beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light. Yeah, right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top, bullshitting. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back and focused on what's in front of me. Everybody days a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Yeah.
Take it from me, I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues, people lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. If we trying to compete, starting pitchers need relief. Bro, we building a team, everybody got a niche. I've been known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead. Picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on tonight? Welcome to another fantastic episode of Flipping Tables with your boy, Black Man Unfiltered, and my brother from another mother, the velvet voice of YouTube himself, Lost in Translation, in the building tonight. What's going on, my guy?
Everything's everything, man. Can't wait to get this conversation started tonight, man. How you doing today?
Man, you know, I'm sunshine, partly cloudy with a chance of rain. I'm honeymoon happy and peacock proud to say it loud, man, that I am happy to have this show tonight with all the people that I care about and loving this thing. We're going to have a great conversation. To the people out in the chat, man, who do we have in the chat tonight, Lost?
You know, let's start from the top. We have the one and only Embrace the Grace coming in loud and clear. We also have Take Heed to the Message. She's in the building. We also got Rev Rebel in the building, 95 as always. Look out for my brother. Melania is in the house as usual. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
And who else do we have? Of course, you know, we got me in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? And let me see who else we got. Oh, yes, we got Miss Jenny in the building. You know what I'm saying? And also we got Green Beans in the building. Yes, indeed. Lee Clinton in the building. And I think that, hold on, wait a minute. We got Revolving Potato in the building, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. And of course, you know, we got Anissa in the building, followed by Josh Jones. And also the one and only JT from What We Know Podcast in the building. And we also have Mr. Corey Hagan in the building as well. And I think that's it so far. But of course, you know, they're going to trickle in, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man, for that. Listen, I want to start bringing everybody up, man. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. Izzy, I see your boy. I think I sent you the link, Izzy, but I'll send it to you if I didn't already. But thank you guys for being here tonight. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Also hit the share button if you want to donate to the channel. You'll see the Cash App at the bottom of the screen in a few seconds, as well as you could do the super chat if you choose to do so. All right. We appreciate you guys for being here. I want to start bringing everybody up. I want to start out with the ladies first. The ladies of the BMU Network are in the building tonight. The first lady I want to bring up tonight that has the clear camera and the baby bump. That's my girl. All right, guys. And if you just listen to her sometimes, she comes on here. We want to see her more because we want to hear her voice a lot more in these spaces. But if you haven't seen her,
I'm a PhD.
We got Miss Jenny in the building. Yes, indeed. Now, you just saw her tasting wine, and she started pronouncing all these French words. Man, people their spirits starting to get a little tickled a little bit. Let's give it up for our girl Anissa. It's in the building tonight. Anissa says she's a lot of bunk. I don't know. I don't know what she's saying. What'd she say? All right, let's see who else we got in the building. We got Embrace the
Y'all
Grace in the building.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, what's going on? All right, we got another lady in the building tonight. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's put some Take Heat up in it. Listen, Take Heat is in the building tonight.
Take
Hold on
a
a second.
picture, write it down. I don't give a fuck. You hear me? Do what it do.
Take Heat in the building tonight.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, we're gonna start bringing in some of our other guys now. We have a guest in here tonight. The professor is in the building tonight. Let's bring him up. Professor, what's going on, my guy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for having me out again today.
All right, and then we also have my brother from another mother, a part of the ball, the bees, the 7 Bs. I'm gonna let Mr. Bennett do all that because I can't. He does it very well. JT in the building tonight.
What up, man? Clapping with you, brother.
Yeah, same old, my brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the president in the building tonight. Mr. Bennett is in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everyone. And once again, salute to the bold and the beautiful, the beneficent, the benevolent Ball Brotherhood of the BMU Network. Shout out to those brothers who choose to live follically free and let your head shine before men. Salute you guys.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, Art Payne. I think he's already giving his wife a massage, so I'm gonna be bringing Art Payne and Trey Taylor in and out. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for you. I'm gonna bring in Art Payne first, let him speak, and I'll bring you up, Trey, too, as well. Here we go. Art Payne is in the building tonight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I'm gonna bring up Trey because Trey said you and these old bastards y'all out of touch, so we definitely gonna touch on that. We gotta touch on that. All right, hold on, RP, I'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, yours truly, give it up for Trey Taylor's in the building as well.
I don't want to fold no clothes.
I don't fold no clothes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now I did
What up, Trey?
here. I think it was my girl Take Heed to the doggone message. That left me a super chat. Let me see. Where is it at? All right, I see $2 super chat. You see it? There it is, right there. Super stick. I don't know why I ain't seeing it on my side. All right, thank you. Take Heed to the message. Starting us out with a $2 super chat. And Take Heed to the message. You are definitely going to start us out with something. I'm gonna start out. I'm not gonna bring the bishop out yet. The bishop will be in later. But I definitely want to give y'all a little smooth J Moss before we start the show. Thank you for the super chat. Take Heed starting us off tonight. Here we go.
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, then nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. Whatever.
All right, man. That was for you, Take Heed, right there. Look at Take Heed. Look at Take Heed. She's fixing herself over there. J Moss a fool. It ain't nothing like a gospel artist covering a Jodeci song. That was amazing. But I appreciate it, man. Take Heed. I appreciate you. And shout out to your king. We're gonna start there right now. Take Heed, you're first. How are you tonight? How's the family? How are your children? What's going on over there in your camp?
The family is good. We're getting ready to do our weekend. We have to take the eldest down to her college. So she's doing the summer thing. So we gonna head down there. We done bought everything. So, and she's trying to tell us, oh, I don't know, my stomach is bothering me. I told her, listen, you better get it together. You better get it together because you going Sunday. So we so proud of her and everything. So the house just been, we just been busy preparing her to get ready to go. And we so proud of her, somebody who used to run around here talking about she need chocolate chip cookies. And now she's going to school for law. So
man, amazing. Miss Jenny, how are you over there? I'm sorry. Hey, excuse me for being disrespectful. How are y'all doing over there in the camera right now?
Thank you. Appreciate that. So I am 16 weeks this week, and I'm hopefully going to be able to find out the gender next week, depending on how it's positioned. So hopefully we'll be able to update you guys about that next week. And tonight is my last night of being 25. So I'm spending my last night of youth with you guys.
All right.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That baby's gonna roll over because we're gonna do a poll tonight. Pause. Who think it's a boy and who thinks it's a girl? I think he's gonna roll over and say, "Hey, mama, look," and it's a boy. I think it's gonna be a boy.
I think so too. I hope so.
Yeah. So keep us updated, Sugarfoot. All right, Anissa, the wine connoisseur, Echo Bougie Bugu, whatever you said. How are you tonight, sweetheart?
I'm doing extremely well. I have no complaints for today, so everything's great.
All right, tell Bartholomew we said hi. I see that light on over there in that corner over there. He's sitting in the chair. Embrace the grace. What's going on with you tonight, Sugarfoot? I know you happy tonight. What's going on?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Had a long day at work, and now it's time to spend time with the family and unwind.
I know that's right. All right, Trey in the building. Then I'm gonna bring up the old guy. Trey in the building, man. What's going on with you tonight, my brother?
Well, let's see. I was served with a motion to increase child support today. So other than that, I'm doing well.
Oh, wow.
Yikes.
How do you feel about that?
I've been in better moods.
Ooh,
I'm not.
We're in trouble tonight.
I'm not
right? My own.
I'm not in a good mood at all. I don't. I'm not in a good mood. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Feel you on that, bro.
We'll be bringing you in and out, Trey. So we're gonna have a lot of time to breathe. Breathe, brother. We here for you, Doc, man.
Trey sitting over there talking. Hey, Trey sitting over there talking about something.
Hey, stop, Steve. Come back, Steve.
Hang in there, Trey.
All right, Mr. Bennett is in the building tonight, man. Mr. Bennett, how are you tonight, man? What's going over in your camp?
We're doing well, just this last week, the parenting to an extent doesn't stop. I had a daughter who was in Vegas on a NABA conference, fully paid conference out there. So she got a lot of networking, a lot of contacts, a lot of practice interviews with major accounting firms. So just kind of, coaching her up through that. And got my oldest on the men, found out that unfortunately she had to have her gallbladder removed. Surgery was this evening around 6 o'clock. Thank God the surgery went well. She's going to be sore for a few days, can't lift anything over 10 pounds, and just going to have to just rest up. But she should be back to work next week. So we're just holding it down for these young women and, trying to, get them into adulthood.
Yeah, man. All right, man. We'll prayers out to your daughter. Hopefully for speedy recovery for her.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, the proper introduction for a man such as this man with this stature.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Our pain is in the building tonight.
Toughest things any man has ever done is turn down a nice piece of willing, steaming ass piece of pussy.
Our pain is in the building tonight. Our pain, what are your thoughts, man? How are you and how's your wife over there?
I don't believe anything I said in that clip. I don't believe anything I said in that clip. Okay, how about that?
Okay, you said
you don't like that guy. The thoughts and views.
Hey, listen, you know what, man? I'm sorry to hear that news about Trey. Let me tell you, Iman Shumpert, his wife, his ex-wife, makes twice as much as him, but they're making him pay a 7-figure settlement and $8,000 a month to her.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow.
That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't see how that shit can fly.
We tried to tell you 6 months ago, mother nigga. Didn't we tell you? We said
mother nigga.
Could it possibly be his net worth?
I got to go downstairs and wash my wife's feet right now just so she don't get a change of heart, man. So I'll be out on the street, with a sign saying I work for food or something, whatever. Because man, it's just ridiculous. How could that be? I don't see how could that be.
Is that because maybe he out-earned her because he was a basketball player, right?
No, she's making more than him now, though.
She was making. I mean, listen, he stopped playing basketball almost 10 years ago.
Yep.
You know, so it's
But
ridiculous.
that don't mean he stopped making a lot of money though.
No, listen, these guys, you know,
That baby
that
from
is
90
true, because he ain't making that kind of basketball
Yeah,
money.
that baby $8,000 a month. That's ridiculous.
She's making twice as much money as him, man. I don't understand how that works.
We need
But
to
anyway,
You know
Gotta
what, man?
revamp
We
the
just
courts,
started-
man.
You could hire somebody. I ain't gonna say that. A professor. How are you tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm doing very well tonight. Again, thank you guys for having me on the panel. Enjoyed a relaxing day. Hung out by the pool for a little bit, and then later I had a meeting with my men of class and my ladies of grace. So other than that, I had a great day today.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Last but not least at all, ladies and gentlemen, you better put your damn hands together.
I got my drink in my two-step.
Hey, from the jailhouse to the courthouse.
Yeah, JC,
What up, though?
what's going on with your partner?
Oh man, listen.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, bro. When I seen the picture, I thought you when you pulled everybody up, man. I thought you had another angle from the camera. I was like, Black man, how did you do that? You said that's the professor. Oh, damn. Then I saw y'all move different. Guys, I thought y'all was the same person.
There you go. There you go.
I kept looking like, how you doing that?
Hey, God makes beautiful things twice a time. You know what I'm saying? So
You did. You did. For real, man. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well, man. I'm getting a chance to really enjoy 4 years of this big ball of energy. My grandson.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And I forgot. I'm way out of line. I'm out of pocket, man. For real. I forgot how much energy it takes, man, to do this shit with little 4-year-olds, man. He's about to be 5. And I was just like, wow, time has flown. It has really flown, man. But I'm really enjoying he's putting that youth in me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get up earlier than usual. Got to cook breakfast. Then I got to deal with him being indecisive. So I got to help him make his mind up. And that's only at 7:00 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying that, man. But he's between me and his great grandparents, and you know, because him and his mom stays in Tennessee, so he's just at all right now. He get a chance to be around all of this family, and he's going from one house to the next house, man, and causing terror everywhere. But I'm really enjoying it though, man. Most definitely.
Well, shout out to the grandson, my guy. Shout out.
Yes, sir.
All right, now I see we got another super chat in the building. We got Trucker Yale. He says salute to the panel with the $10 super chat. I knew somebody was going to bring the bishop out. I felt it in my spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, the bishop, the leader of this congregation, our pastor, Bishop Goodjoint. All right, man. That's Bishop Goodjoint. Thank y'all for that $10 super chat, man. Y'all want to see some more funny clips, man? Go ahead and send in those super chats or cash apps. I appreciate you guys very much. All right, guys. So you know how I like to start the show off with an icebreaker. I know you guys have probably already seen this, but I, in my head, said I got to hear the responses of my people. And so let's watch this real quick, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Here we go.
Why we don't go 50-50 in our relationship?
So we don't go 50-50 in our relationship because I work 70 hours a week and I pay all her bills. She a stay-at-home girlfriend because we don't got no kids. We live separately, so I pay the bills at her house and my house, take care of her like the queen she is. And you do so. What you do? Just let them know what you do to pack my lunch and stuff like that.
Yeah, sometimes I'll pack him like a little Lunchable to go in his lunchbox, or
you make the best Lunchables.
I know. You like the pizza ones or you like the sandwich ones?
I like the ones with the crackers in it and the cheese. And
Yeah,
ham.
the little sandwich. Yeah, little cracker
And
sandwich.
the Capri Sun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He usually gotta buy him his own self something else because he act like, I don't know, sometimes he act like he's still hungry after that, which I don't know why you still hungry after I just packed you a lunch. But
My check go direct deposit to her account every week. I don't want her to feel like she ever got to go out and work for anything. So I got my stuff going direct deposit straight to her, and then I have to ask her, can I use my money when I need gas and stuff like that.
because I've been using that money to go towards, my nails.
If y'all men out there want a pretty woman, y'all gotta do stuff like this. Is this how you get them? I'm actually about to have to go to work in 30 minutes. I gotta go get dressed. I'm not even dressed. I just wanted to do this video because y'all be chiming in on our relationship all the time. But if y'all want us to do a part 2, let y'all know other reasons why we don't go 50-50 in our relationship, let me know.
Piggybacking off what he said, if you want a good woman in your life, why would you not want to pay for everything she has, pay her bills, get her toes, nails, stuff done? I just feel like a real man would do that for his woman, especially if he loved her. You love me, right?
I love you. Kiss me, man. Kiss me first. No, kiss me on the lips.
Not right now.
No, kiss me on the lips.
Stop.
Stop. Stop.
After you get off work. Why we don't go 50.
Make it stop. Make it
They
stop.
trolling us. They trolling us.
Straight troll.
I'm telling you right now, I have no comments on that video. I won't even dignify it with an answer. So, next person. I'm out.
Let me ask y'all
I'll
this.
take it. Let me take it.
Oh, I love this one.
Anybody follow this couple? They have their own channel.
Yeah, it should be called punked.
Right.
That is not for what. And do they have a large following?
They do, hell yeah.
Yeah, I bet you that large following is a bunch of young stupid people that actually think that shit is for real. There's nothing real about that.
Now let me tell you something. O'Shea Du Jackson did a comment on it. Did a review on it today. I was laughing my ass off. O'Shea said, whether it's real or not, there are men out there just like that.
Yeah, and and guess what I would tell you? Good. You get everything that you deserve. You get nothing from me. I'm indifferent to you, brother.
Now,
So what?
The lost in translation. I'm gonna let you have this segment because I got to bring Trey up because he's on fire, and I definitely want to hear what he got to say. So I'm gonna back out. Let Trey come. I'm sorry. Pause. I'm gonna let Trey come up.
I see broke people.
Y'all
Come on. We're gonna start with our guest today, Professor. Go ahead, sir. Let's start with you today, man.
Y'all want to hear what the professor got to say? Because class
We're gonna cut to the chase, man. We'll welcome you in right on off the bat, man.
Hey, listen, if it's true, he got a side big heifer somewhere because them Lunchables is not doing it. He too big for all that shit. Secondly, bro, that must be in Atlanta somewhere because he's simping like I don't know why. 50-50, he paying all her bills. He got to ask up, bro. There's no way on God's green earth I'm doing that. And as a big dude myself, I'm disgusted because there's no way in hell you got to get that to get a nice, beautiful yellow woman like that one. But no, I'm disgusted at what he's saying right there. But a girl can't get $15 out of me, yet alone my whole paycheck. So that ain't about to happen. But yeah, Lunchables, and she can't even cook. Come on now, man. We gotta do better than this. That's why I said he gotta have a side help big chick somewhere that's taking care of him because them Lunchables ain't doing it. And then she wouldn't even give him a kiss. Come on now. Well, she couldn't reach over his body, but still, she should have gave him something. But
So
I
she
ain't
can
got
reach
much
for
to
that
say,
money,
man.
but she can't reach for that sugar. You know what I'm saying?
She can't shoot. She reach. Yeah, exactly. Can't do it. Won't do it.
Look, appreciate it, Professor. Let's go ahead and get Trey in here, man. Trey, I know you saw the video, man. Come on.
I mean, what is there to say? That's the state of modern relationships today. They are transactional. We've been saying that for weeks. So I'm not really surprised by it. It doesn't shock me one bit that men today are willingly giving their money to women who don't deserve it. It's not surprising one bit. And whether it's a skit or not, it is reality. I asked Tommy last night, does art imitate life or does life imitate art? Art imitates life, meaning this is happening to men. A lot of you men out there are weak as fuck. Plain and simple. There's no other way to put it. Weak as fuck. And the fact that you think that you should give your money to a woman under any circumstances lets me know just how fucking weak you truly are. So, not surprised. This is the state of men. Has nothing to do with how big he is. Has nothing to do with any of that. This is men today. Y'all are soft. And what you should be telling her is take your high yellow ass on somewhere. Go on somewhere. Get out of here. Because you are not worthy of my money. Lunchables? I just watched. I watched a video earlier where the chick said she packed them. He got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and beef sticks. Man, if you don't get this broad up out of here, man, she's worthless.
Trying to kill
So
you.
when I say things like women are worthless, people get mad at me. But yet they go on social media every day and show us just how worthless they truly are.
Mr. Bender, we're gonna round out the bottom row. What happened to do with that?
I'm not dignifying that video. I mean, I'm one of those. I believe in cancel culture. So, you know, you're not going to get me with that one. So next.
Yeah, let me just go so we can complete the bottom. Man. Listen, you know what? Let's just assume that that's real, right? Because whether it's a skit or not, I agree. It's too many men are actually doing that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And listen, I guess they're grifting people, and the fact is that they could at least the kiss really just gives it away. I mean, see, I'm not kissing your big fat greasy lips and shit. Are you kidding me? You know, and so listen, that gave. I mean, I know it was a skit even from the beginning because they're trolling us. I even put that in the chat. They got to be trolling us because this shit ain't true. But there are men who will do anything for a woman. Listen, in my darkest days of drought when I couldn't get laid, I never was ever that desperate for a woman. I just waited for one to come around and then boom, and then everything was all right again. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is just crazy. I mean, that's all I have to say, man. But you know what? As humor, that's good humor because there's so many men that are so weak when it comes to women like that. It's just pathetic, and it needs to be presented sometimes, and people just need to get it. And that's why they have us to tell them, don't be that guy. I'm done.
Thank you. I hope it's a skit.
Oh,
Take heed. Take heed. It's on you, Dom. Let's start the women off. Right.
Why me though? Why did I?
I hope it's not real. I
don't think it's real either. But I will share something with you. A lot of women, the way we talk, we can talk men out of their wallets. This is the truth. The way that we behave, we can talk men out of their wallets. This has always been from the beginning of time. And that is the truth. Especially if this woman has your heart. Like you look upon her with like so much happiness that she makes you want to give her. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is sometimes if that pussy is good, you know, you go and unleash everything you have in your wallet. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And it's sad to say, but it happens. You know, even though this is a skit, you know, but in real life, this do happen. Now, I don't know about the checking account part, but I know that somebody gonna, you know, they gonna break her off a lot of money. And that's sad. It's sad. And then you know what happens too? Really, when you get a man like this that's kind and sweet and he want to do for you, and then you you ungrateful and you nasty to him, what usually happens after you break his heart, because more than likely you're going to cheat on him, he turns into a monster, which he needs to, though. He needs to. That's how he's going to grow, because from that hurt will be born a king. From that hurt. Sometimes it takes men to go through some shit for them to know their worth. And with that being said, sometimes you got to get hurt by women like this, so that when you get older, you'll be able to find the true queen, And that's the sad part, because nobody wants to go through hurt and pain, but you do. You have to, so that you will find the right woman. And I'm done. I'm finished.
Miss Jenny, you got next.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of different things going on in the video that really caught my ear and just took me aback. But I think the overarching message of the video was that he is doing things for this woman that are not being reciprocated. I mean, that kind of sums it up, is that because it's not, as far as I can see, as far as in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with a man bending over backwards, going out of his way for a woman that he likes, if they're together and they're dating, if it's being reciprocated. Because that's how you treat someone you love. If he wants to give her his paycheck, I don't think that's the best idea. But if she was going out of her way and she was just showering him with affection and love and like, it reminded me of when I was dating my husband. He was doing a lot of things for me that outsiders were like, why is he doing that? He shouldn't be doing that. You got him whipped and all this stuff. But then I started to up my ante, because I had never had a guy treat me that way. Like, he was letting me borrow his car when he was at work, and he started paying my bills and buying me food and stuff. And so I would go over to his apartment when he was at work and wash his bed sheets and like clean his kitchen. I'd never done that for a guy before. But I felt like, okay, well, he's showing me that he's serious, so I need to show that I'm serious. And so I don't see a problem with doing, simping if it's, mutual. But that's the problem. You don't get someone's whole paycheck and they get Lunchables. No, not how that's supposed to go. So yeah, that's what I think.
Miss Jenny, you down for the mutual simp destruction, huh? That's as
I'm
long
all
as
for that.
Exactly.
returning fire. You know what I'm saying? Let's go in this. I know you've been waiting.
Well, I guess this is y'all's definition of simp. I guess that's what the
No, that's a sucker.
Right.
I think he definitely sees her as the prize in the relationship. I think that's how he's looking at it, and that's how he's approaching it. But she is giving bare minimum. And so I agree with Miss Jenny. I think that is so out of line. I think he's doing way too much for that to be a girlfriend. And again, she's not reciprocating at all. So hopefully there is one of his family members or somebody will see this and pull him by the coattail and check him and get him back in line and get him on the right path. I don't see anything wrong with doing nice things for your girlfriend. I have no problem at all with that. Definitely I think he's lying. I can't imagine a boyfriend would be direct depositing his check into another. That sounds ridiculous to me. But I see nothing wrong with doing nice things for your girlfriend. I have no problem with that. I like that. But she definitely needs to be I believe in mutual and reciprocal relationships. This is not one. And so hopefully someone will wise him up really quick.
Anessa, let me ask you a question. Would you deposit your whole paycheck in your man bank account?
You already know the answer
Hell
to
no.
that.
I mean, it
Never.
sounds like such a great idea
Never.
for him to do it, but I just wanted to test it to see if this mutual
Never gonna
destruction existed in your house.
And this, I
Never
have a
gonna
question as
happen.
well. I want to have a follow up to that. If he's doing those things for you, and this, how are you reciprocating?
Well, he's definitely not getting Lunchables for sure. She has to be cooking. Maybe he's the one cooking because he is a big guy, so he's eating something.
He's working 70 hours a week. I don't think he's cooking.
He got the
barely had
side
time to
dish.
sleep.
So
He got
something's
the
going
side
on
chick.
there. But he definitely, she could definitely be doing better than the Lunchables. She can be, fixing them lunch, taking it to them. Just it should be reciprocal. I see nothing wrong with a man pouring into and investing into a woman, but you need to make sure that it is reciprocal. And this seems
Are
very
there any rules to
one-sided, which I'm against that. I'm sorry.
Are there any rules to reciprocity?
It needs, like I said, it needs to be mutual. It needs to be.
Well, again, but what does that mean? So again, the guy who's giving essentially his entire paycheck to this woman, even if you cook the best meal for him, is that reciprocal? I mean, how would the ladies define that?
Ooh,
I don't think that is reciprocal. I think that if that is true and he's doing that, he's totally out of line and out of order. He shouldn't. That's just ridiculous. A woman that you're not married to and you're depositing your check, that's crazy. That should not be happening. But I mean, I could see if he wants to give her money to get her nails done or her hair done or whatever the case may be, she needs to be reciprocating to meet his needs as well. So, and whatever that is for him, hopefully you have that conversation. What can I do for you? How can I make your life easier? How can I, contribute, to your life like you contribute to mine? Those are conversations that can be had. But this young lady is definitely not on that kind of time at all. So, yeah, he needs a definite wake up call.
And you know what?
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. What kind of Lunchables do you like? Do you like the ones with the animal crackers or the ginger snaps?
I eat Lunchables, to be honest.
Not even the little Capri Sun juice box, the little straw that you pull off the side.
I don't eat Lunchables, so I don't know how they come actually.
I was just checking.
This is wild.
I was just checking.
No, that's absurd. She is definitely this is a one-sided relationship, in my opinion. So, and I'm not a advocate for that.
I mean, and this would you at least mow the yard if you was paying all the bills?
No, I would not.
Honestly, I honestly think men and women have a very different definition of what reciprocity is. And I don't think they're equivalent.
All the women think he's doing okay, and then I don't get it. Like all the women like, oh, he should be doing this, and it's okay if he does this. And nah, bro, he should be paying for nothing. Nothing. That's his girlfriend. He should be paying for her rent. He should be paying for her nails. If he paid for it every once in a while, that's fine. He shouldn't be paying for nothing. He's not getting nothing from her. He should be paying for, and if she was, he should be giving her nothing. They're dating. I'm not giving no woman nothing.
Yeah.
If we're just dating, I have someone that cooks for me. I have someone that takes care of my house. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. If I'm married, it's a different situation. But I ain't nowhere in the world I'm doing all that other stuff.
Can I add something to the professor? Listen, even back in the dinosaur days.
That's what I was. Hold on, R-Pain.
I know y'all miss Embrace, right?
I never did no shit like that.
Oh, JT, I'm
my bad, Embrace.
God damn it, dog! I ain't gonna be missing my girl like that.
I saw that one bubbling.
You need to watch that shit.
I saw that one bubbling. Y'all went to the back and forth, man. I saw the bubbling. Come on here, Grace. Come on here, Grace.
I like that.
JT like, hey, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Turkeys. We ain't gonna be having none of that tonight.
Now, so I blame Laws for that though. So you've been working on Grace. She's gotten soft now. So, a few weeks ago, she would just jumped in and been like, So she's been listening to you. She's coming in a kinder, gentler person here. So just being patient, waiting her turn.
Soft and lovely.
There you go.
She has been tender lately. So come on.
We just
Come
want
on,
to
Grace. Let's give it.
Okay. For the male perspective, this is the epitome of simping. I'm no offense to the single mothers out there, but that gives me single mom vibes. He's been around too many women. Did not have a male figure in his life because let me find out my son is giving his whole paycheck to a girlfriend. How is this? And then she don't even like him. She's not attracted to him. She don't like him. She's using him and a Lunchable. A guy like that, you got to pack fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard green, candy yams, cornbread, and sweet potato pie for lunch with the red Kool-Aid and a diet drink. Okay? I mean, there's no balance there. They're not living together. You're giving a whole paycheck, and she's gonna break his heart. And just like Takei said, he's gonna become into a monster. Then I'm the one that's gonna get the monster because I'm the good one, and then I get hit with the monsters because females like this run the good guys to the ground. He has low self-esteem. He doesn't value himself, and he doesn't see himself as a king. That's why he's allowing this. And this is probably the prettiest girl he's ever gotten. So he's going to do everything and anything to keep her, and she knows it. Us women, we know who we can play. It's like taking candy from a baby. She is going to use him up until she gets tired of him. And she's gonna mess around and get pregnant and gonna end up being with him unwillingly. But this even though it's
baby though,
even if it's a skit, it's disgusting to me because you know how I feel about men. I'm an advocate for men. If I would have seen him and he was my brother, or if I was related to him, I would have knocked his ass out. I digress. My mic is muted.
Thank you, Grace.
Oh, I love you, Embrace. I love you, Embrace.
JT, and then we're gonna come back to Trey. Trey said this ain't simping.
Yeah, and that, like I told you, that's a sucker. He at the end of the day, it's not simping. It is. But I ain't gonna. I'm gonna let Trey explain that part. But listen, there are dudes that are. I don't want to say gullible. He never had a woman that beautiful. That's aesthetically that beautiful. And that's basically all it is. This man is not trying to lose it. And if you are giving a woman your paycheck and you're asking her to pay things with your paycheck, you just gave her your nuts. How you gonna give somebody your tool, your damn lifeline to life, your lubricant to life, and say you can do whatever it is, but please, can I get $4 out of it? Because I want to go over there and get me some Twizzlers. That's why I was like, yeah, this is definitely a skit. And then the girl is hesitant and kissing you. Man, girl, let me tell you something. If you got my paycheck, you know how spectacular you have to be in every which way. You got your damn mind. Yeah, I end it with that, man. That shit's crazy.
Come on,
crazy.
Trey.
I want to smack that little. Yeah. He a little dude to me, because he young, dummy. I want to just grab him by his thick ass neck and tell him, "Hey, man, that ain't what you do. You hurting yourself already, little boy." That's what's gonna happen. Your heart.
Come on, Trey.
You big dummy.
Come on, Trey. Explain to us why this is not simping.
This is not simping because he is getting something in return, regardless of what we think whether it's valuable or not. He is getting something in return. She's doing something. So that's not simping. Simping is somebody who's doing something for a woman and getting nothing in return. He's getting nothing at all. And they didn't say that they weren't having sex. Did they say that? I didn't hear that. Did they say anything about them not having sex?
Man, come on. She won't even kiss his man on the lips.
It can't be good. She probably just sitting there.
Hang on. Because that takes me to my second point. There's a lot of married dudes out here that can't get their wives to kiss them, let alone have sex with them. So the kiss is irrelevant. That doesn't matter. There's guys that have been with their wives for 10, 15 years, and she won't even touch his ass. So that's irrelevant. The kiss is irrelevant. That's my second point. My third point is to Anissa and this reciprocity. Let me tell you what reciprocity is. Reciprocity is a word that makes y'all women feel better about not contributing the same amount to a relationship that the man does. That's what y'all come up with this fancy ass word, reciprocity. That's why Mr. Bennett asked the question, are there levels to this? And there are. There is no direct, fair, equal reciprocity for provision. You cannot match it. Plain and simple. You cannot match it. There's nothing you can do. Nothing. So this reciprocity thing is BS. The fact of the matter is, if somebody is taking care of you, taking care of your needs and some of your wants, you should be kissing the ground that motherfucker walks on, because they are doing the one thing that you are supposed to be doing for yourself as an adult. That's all I got.
Trey, here's the thing, man. This man works 70 hours every week, and you can't get him, you can't honor him with no sugar on camera. He didn't just basically made a fool out of himself. No, I can't go for that. Whether the guys are married or not,
seen on camera.
Listen, whether the guys are married or not, they got kids to show for it. This man ain't got nothing. He got a live-in home pet girlfriend. That's exactly what he got.
No, she got her own apartment. She got her own apartment. He pay rent for it, and she's smashing the UPS dude.
Or somebody, because I know it ain't him.
Hey, listen, let the point breathe, because Trey is right. Listen, I say this more than once. My wife could never do for me what I do for her.
Absolutely.
Not only while she's alive, I got her taken care of when I die. Now, I don't hear one woman ever saying what they do for a man after she's gone. After, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and what's his name? Uncle Rick comes up here and says the same thing. I mean, the reciprocity thing. There's no real reciprocity. You know, the only thing she could do for me to kind of make it to equalize is don't break my few little vows that I have. Respect me, be exclusive, you know, and be available and raise my children and all that kind of stuff. And she caters to me. So she does a lot of other stuff. But what I got set up for my wife, she can never repay me for that. She could never do it. She's not doing the same shit. And I don't ask her for that, by the way. I ask her for the few things I just mentioned. Respect at the top of the list. So, you know, listen, women don't understand. You know, they come up and say, I do all this kind of shit, man. Really, I agree with Trey, man. They, you know, and the kissing thing, Mr. Bennett hit that harder than anybody else. People are screwing without kissing all the time. All the time. You know, and you know what? My wife kisses me, goddammit, so I don't have to worry about that. Man, God bless her soul.
my thing is this. Go ahead, take heed. Go ahead, take heed. I'm gonna let this breathe. Go ahead, take heed.
So I disagree with Mr. Bennett, okay, and Mr. Payne. I disagree, and Trey too. I disagree with all three gentlemen, okay, because the woman, okay, is God.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I disagree, damn it. The woman is God, okay? God forgive me, because that's blasphemy. I'm so sorry. Listen, okay? She does all this stuff around the house. She got to swing from the chandelier when you want her to, okay? It's the same. Nah, I'm joking, y'all. That shit is I'm joking. The stuff that my husband do, I could never. So I always take time to say, baby, thank you, okay? And throw a little sugar on top. Baby, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I ain't even want to come tonight. I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't even want to come tonight. He had held me on this couch, baby. I wasn't. He said, "Wait a minute, look what the time it is." I said, "Wait a minute, because you done touched me in the right place. There's a problem." But anyway, I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm hoping I'm leaving early though. I'm here.
I hear that.
Okay, y'all. I'm done.
You know what? Here's my
Lost.
thing.
Can I lost? Before
go ahead, Trey.
Want to go? Really
Trey.
Quickly, I wanted to say the other part of this that we're skipping is that beautiful women, and she's attractive, give you social credit. So there's a lot of that he's probably using the fact that because she's so attractive, she actually makes him look better because she's that attractive. There's a social aspect to this that, wow, look at Big Man. Big Man pulled her. that makes him look better. That's a part of it we're leaving out. I don't think it's still worth all the bullshit he's doing for her, but I can tell you that's probably a part of his thought process when he's around his boys.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's a big part of him sticking with it. Yes.
To speak to that, Trey, if I ask you to do something and I'm paying all the bills, you best believe you're gonna give me some shit on camera.
Did you hear what I said?
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's cheaper in the streets, baby. All I gotta do is ask for what, 20 in the front and 40 in the back. That's all I'm saying. Come on here, Miss Jenny. I got Miss Alyssa in the back coming up. Come on, Miss Jenny. I see your face. Come on.
Well, even though it wasn't directed to me, I want to address what Mr. Bennett was saying about, how can reciprocity be measured? And I think that it can be measured, from men to women. And I think that a woman can give a man, adequate reciprocity for his provision because we wouldn't even be talking about this if they were married. I think another aspect is that they're just dating. And so there's no real glue holding them together, as flimsy as the glue today might be, nonetheless. But I think that it can be measured. And I think that for provision, the adequate thing that you're supposed to get from a woman is loyalty and obedience. And so even just in that minute-long clip that we saw, she's not giving that, and he's giving the money. And they live in two separate places. So, she could use his money to benefit him. So she gets his whole check whenever it comes in, and she fills up his fridge. And she does his grocery shopping and she cleans his house and she organizes his things and she plans his schedule and she makes his doctor's appointments and she makes sure that he's up and running. So all he has to do is come home and drop his work bag and lay down, and he never has to worry about anything going on. And she's playing house because what he's doing is he's showing his husband material. He's showing that he can provide. And so she needs to start showing the fact that she can be a wife by showing that she can run a home and that she can be submissive and that she can be obedient. And that's how it should be mutual, because he's already showing his husband part. So she needs to show her wife part, which she's not doing. And so that's what I would say is that, you can, reciprocate, you can show, but it's just the fact that she's doing so little, it's just like, what in the world? But she could be doing a lot, and it could be equal if she wanted it to be.
Except kiss him on the lips.
Can I ask you a question though, Miss Jenny? What if you already, when you meet her, you already have that stuff in place? You have someone who cleans, you have someone that cooks, you have someone who organizes your house, you have someone that does your schedule. Where can she provide reciprocity in that situation?
Well, then you would need to get rid of those other people. And then so she could do that. Because if they're working towards being a married couple, then that should be the end goal anyway, because that's the duty of a wife.
Okay.
So get rid of the effectiveness and the efficiency and bring in the chaos.
Well, no, because she shouldn't be bringing in chaos. A good wife doesn't bring chaos to a husband's life.
That's true.
That's wishful thinking, the good wife part. That's wishful thinking. This is 2024.
Well, we're speaking in our
Miss Jenny, she pregnant. Please be nice to her, y'all.
And now, hold on. Now, I want to know what. I know what it is, guys. I want to say this very quickly. Trey, as you saw earlier on my banner, I said I had a gift for you that will cheer you up today and make you smile. And so I like to keep my word. So here we go.
Are you serious?
Every time Alicia speaks and she has that beautiful smile, that is nothing better than a soft woman who knows how to speak and hold herself down, and she she's a compliment to men. And so I know that normally he smiles when she comes up, so I want to bring him back up so I can see it. Hold on one second.
KC number T.
Right.
I'm not sure what's going on right now. What's going on right now?
He's in a sunken place.
Y'all wrong.
I don't think Trey in the right mind for this, man. He having a hard day today.
He in a sunken place, look like, right?
Man. Alicia, I know you've been watching. I want to get your viewpoint.
Hi, everyone. I wasn't expecting that. Well,
take your time. Take your time.
I was going to say I was going to piggyback off of what Trace.
You know what? I got you.
You're not making this no better, Alicia. You're not helping.
I got you.
Except that the value could be, because I don't believe it could be 50-50 at all times during the relationship. There will be fluctuations as far as who's doing more or less, and that's fine. I think the value could be more equal when there's children involved. There's that situation from the skit was interesting, and I'm curious about what's going on with that young man, because he doesn't seem like he has it all mentally. But the only way I would find there would be some kind of equal value if there were children involved, because it's just my belief. There's, that those parents being in the child's life, and it's normally the mother that runs the household, but that's priceless as far as the children's mental health is concerned.
Okay, let's take the kids off the table because they ain't here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let's keep the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Given what we got, she got her own place. He got his own place. He pay all her bills at her house, and she stay at her house, and he stay at his house, and he take care of everything that she want. All the little nails done, the toes done, the pampering, the staying at home. Ain't working, mind you. She ain't working. Okay. And he works 70 hours a day, and he get Lunchables.
Yeah, that's
We're just gonna put it on the table like that.
Something's going on with him mentally, because there's no way that it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense at all. I mean, I can see if she was maybe investing his money or something of that nature. I mean, I don't know, but based on the skit, no, that doesn't make sense.
But why do you say there's something wrong with him mentally and not her mentally? That's the first thing you led with something wrong with him mentally. But what about her?
Because she's like a predator. She's like a predator.
Well, isn't that something wrong with someone mentally, to being a predator?
Yes.
Okay.
She's not a predator. You've never once seen an antelope stand in the middle and say, "Come get me." She's not a predator. That's not what that is.
She's just taking advantage of the situation. I don't blame her.
Exactly. She's doing
her
exactly what
too.
he's allowing her to do.
That's still predatory. I said something wrong with him.
No, it's
because
not.
He's the one
That's
with
not-
the
that's
mental
not
defect.
predatory.
But he's the one with the mental defect. She's just acting based on her base.
There's
nature.
nothing mentally defective about a man trying to get social status with the homies. He's a young man. He ain't never seen nothing that beautiful before. And for her to you have to even look at the origin of how he even got her to get on this line like that, right? Evidently, he led with money or something. I don't think there's a mental defect or nothing like that. He's just a young dude that ain't never had nothing like that, didn't think he would be able to get it. And since he got it, he's trying to do everything in his power to keep it.
You know how old he is? How old is he?
It just doesn't make sense.
From his dialect, he's a Z.
Hey,
Right.
JT, you know what it is, JT? His uncle said, "I see you, nephew," and he loved that feeling. I see you, nephew. And he loved that feeling. He's like, I'm never letting that
a
go.
man's. I guess that's. I don't understand.
It's the same reason. It's the same reason why women say there's urine in a dating pool. Like y'all are mad because not you guys, but women are mad because other women are giving up so easily, and men are getting it so easily as well. So it's the same. It's the same concept. She's taking whatever he's giving her. So if I'm out with a woman, I don't have to give her anything, and she gives it up, and then the next woman expects more from that. I don't want to do that. It's the same situation. So if he's giving it to her, that she's not at fault. She's just taking advantage of the situation that she's been presented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's taking advantage.
And still understand what we're saying. That social proof is something different for a dude. I've known dudes to date women just for the simple fact that they had either a big booty, they had big tits, or whatever it was that they seen a bunch of dudes that was looking at, and he got that type of woman. And then he'll say it's fun until it ain't fun no more, right? Or she's very cute and he'll date her. But then when he finds out, damn, I can't go nowhere without having this motherfucker right here and everybody hollering at her and I got to fight to prove my love and shit like that. And most dudes, when they get older, that's the reason why they be like, I'm not about to get that real cute dummy. I'm not going to get her because it's a lot that I got to deal with when I'm going out with her. It's too much. You're going to worry about her. And then even if she shows, because a lot of women would show signs of promiscuity or what, how do you say it?
Yeah,
right?
Promiscuity.
Freaky deaky.
So even with that, dudes this is where you had dudes that be, where you going? What you doing? Why you ain't answer the phone? This is the reason why.
But JT, you admit that his immaturity, though, to me, depends on what his age is. If he's 17, I can go with that. But if he's 24, 25, at some point you got to transition from being a jerk, right?
Not really.
No. You're right. Not really. But the older you are doing that kind of stuff, that to me says that you have at least arrested development. You know,
have you talked to a 25-year-old?
No, I have. What I'm saying is every man likes to have their woman to look good on his thing. But if you give up everything just for that kind of clout, I think you have arrested development. I mean, I went through all that shit when I was 19, right? Some guys 25. Some men might be in their 30s. So I don't want to pass judgment. But there's a time where you're going to say, even if the woman is banging, it's not worth giving up all my dignity for. I don't give a shit about my peers like that. I mean, Gen
Z doesn't have dignity. That's
a
lost concept.
Jay, would you say that again?
Let me
say it again.
Gen Z doesn't have dignity. That's a lost concept to them. Let me explain to you when the true test will come. When he comes home one day, or he comes over to his place, and she's face down, ass up, getting dug out by another man. That's when we'll be able to determine whether or not he's really a sucker or not. That's when we'll determine, because what he does after that will determine what type of man he truly is. Because there's no doubt in my mind, she getting her cake smashed in by another dude. No doubt in my mind at all.
GPS guy.
Yeah.
You know, and Bray said it, like he was probably raised by a single woman who told him to be, you know, that women want a Ralph Tresvant dude, the man with sensitivity, and that's what he's doing. He's doing exactly what his mom told him that every woman wants. So I agree with what she said.
Now, also, this is another thing too. This is another thing, Arpe.
Go ahead.
In your day and in my day, we had to deal with another type of woman. That was the woman that we had that was clingy. They ain't got no clingy women no more. It's clingy dudes. We had women that were actually clingy. They get their first boyfriend, and what's the first thing they want to do? Be all up under him. Find out where he's going, because they trying to figure out how to do this girlfriend-boyfriend thing. You don't have that anymore. You got 15-year-olds. By the time they're 18, them girls are pros. They are pros. They cute. They are pros. It takes a guy a minute for him to even be able to even grasp what is going on, because this is not that dating concept anymore. So it does get to the point where, like, I'm like, man, we being trolled, right? That's what I'm saying. And it could be a skit. However, there's a 50-50 chance that it's not. That's how fucked up the dating scene is for young folks.
Arpane, can I ask you a question? Since we're probably the two oldest guys on the panel here.
Yes, sir.
Because I heard it said that she's not doing anything wrong. If a guy, she's getting what she can get. If he's willing to give it to her, so be it. But I recall growing up, the way my sisters were raised, my aunts, and how they did things. If a guy tried to do all that stuff for you, you told him to take all those gifts back. In other words, he wasn't trying to buy you. He can't buy you. So if a guy led with his wallet and he tried to do all that stuff for you right away or whatever, that is probably he's not a good guy. He's probably just a very controlling guy who's just trying to, lead with his stuff. So I don't know. I take that a little
You got a question for me?
different. No, I'm just saying. But have you heard that? Was that something that you're familiar with? Because what I'm hearing now is different from how I was raised, and I respect that we're in different times. But I just don't recall hearing a whole lot of that growing up. Oh, he's giving you all that. Oh yeah, you got it good. I never heard that.
Let me answer you, because listen, and this is where I get screwed up with everybody. There was always women willing to take shit from men who were willing to give it to them. You think the world started with me? Women have always been taking shit from men. I mean, just read some books. I mean, women are receivers, man. They didn't just start being receivers in 2024.
No, I know. I recognize.
Listen, Ben. Yeah. Even in my day, the percentages and proportionalities might be different, but there was always women you had to navigate around. Even in my day, we knew who the whores were. We knew the women who would take stuff. My wife didn't come out and just say, "Hey, I'm here. Come get me." I had to still search for her, even back then. So I'm just saying, I know nobody believes me. They thought that these nice, good, virtuous women fell off trees. That's just not true. I mean, in 1987, the sexual revolution began in 1960. Right, so I got married in 87. That's 17 years of fucking, man. We had the studio, we had all kinds of shit going on. Women were taking shit from men for time immemorial. The only whore I know who was blessed by God was Miriam Magdalene. So I mean, let me just say, I know I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm old and gray and shit, but I've seen it all change. And I'm just saying, to me, a woman is a woman is a woman. The fucking time frame doesn't matter to me. If you know how to meet them with a basic nature, we're apex predators, men and women. But we still are subject to the laws of nature, period. The proportionality changes and all that shit, I grant you. You know what? I don't want to argue that. But back then, Mr. Bennett, there were women who knew how to take from men.
Oh, absolutely. I knew that. I'm just saying your household. I mean, I'm saying in the households we grew up in, women were raised differently. It's like, look,
it wasn't the same as now. I grant you that.
Okay, that's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Bennett, let me ask you a question, and Jenny can back me up. Jenny, what does Proverbs 31 say about women who bring ruin to kings? What does that say?
Oh man, I have to pull it up. I don't know.
Just gonna put her on the spot like that.
She knows exactly what I'm talking about. That's at the top of the list. What does it say about women who bring ruin to kings?
Let's see here.
From the good book.
Jenny got pregnant and you slacking. You supposed to be on this, Jenny.
I know some of the verses. I don't know all the verses.
She got a little too comfortable, man. She got a little too comfortable.
She got too comfortable.
Yeah, man. She's over there relaxing. I'm trying to keep her on her toes, man. You know what I'm saying? What does it say about women who bring ruin to kings?
Ruin to kings.
Yes, women who bring ruin to kings.
Okay.
Start at the top. It ain't hard to find.
Yeah, it's there.
Just say
Mr.
you
Bennett
got
already
pregnancy.
found it.
Just say you got pregnancy brain and you'll get out of
Proverbs
it.
31:3. Proverbs 31:3.
Yeah. Come on. What does it say?
Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. And so, yeah, I mean, it's saying that, you got to be mindful of the kind of women that you hang around if you're going to be a man of a certain stature.
Absolutely. My whole thing is this: if you have a woman in your presence who doesn't have a problem with taking advantage of you, you need to show her the door.
Yes.
You just have to be a man about it and say, hey, look, this ain't going to work. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you why it's not going to work. I need my kids to be morally sound. And how you're starting off this relationship does not demonstrate to me that you're morally sound. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times guys get out in these YouTube streets and they get to hearing guys who like to pander and all this other stuff, and they claim to be Christians. But it says so right there on the side of the box on Proverbs 31, do not deal with women who bring ruin to kings. And this is exactly what this woman is doing.
Yeah, meaning don't wait. And right here in the other translation, don't waste your life chasing after women, for this has ruined many men of stature.
Right.
In other words, for y'all from the 90s, don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what that is.
Preach. Come on, man.
Come on, Mr. Bennett. Ain't that what it say?
Yeah.
All
I thought you were going to quote Poison. But never. Never trust a big button.
Hey,
you said the 90s. I thought you were going there.
Throw that in there too. You know, never trust a big button.
How did we know she was a loser?
You know,
man, the boys used to do her.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna say this real quick, guys. Thank you for you guys' perspectives on that. Now, the name of the show tonight is "Black Men Should Avoid Single Mothers." Now,
I'm the only single mother up here. Why am I on this show? I was a single mother before. I'm married now, going on 17 years, but why am I up here?
And that's why you're here. Because because one of the things that I respect about you, Take Heed, is that you're very transparent and that you don't mind telling your story, and you don't mind telling us where you were, and you don't mind telling us how you got where you are today. And I remember it, and I keep in my head reiterating what you said about one day I got into an argument with my husband, and then I realized, wait a minute, all the stuff that I've been through. I remember even when you told the story, it was a while back, but I was just listening when you said, when I was in the hospital and I was a single mom and nobody was in the room with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at other women with their men beside them and holding their hand and bringing them balloons and flowers, and you had nothing. And you knew then, I'm not going to do this again. And you changed your life. You got married, you got your king, and look where you are today. Daughter graduating, going to college. You guys are doing great things. So that is the reason why your perspective is very much valued in this conversation, because a lot of single mothers out here today, I'm single by choice, or I'm a single mother and we don't need the man. So you the other side of that. And so I appreciate your perspective. So I want to show y'all this video first. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Here we go.
Specifically, the turnoff was when I asked that question about would you date a single mother? And Jacoby, you proceeded to tell me that basically you're a high value man and you are too good for a single mother. However, you did also tell me that you were raised by a single mother, which is profound for me to think that a single mother's not good enough for you, but it's good enough for a woman to raise you. That's unfair, and it's very insensitive to women out there who have children.
All right, so just because it's a cycle, I wanted to continue.
It doesn't have to continue.
So what I'm saying is that
it's more about why would you cut off and say that single women are not on the same level?
What you're supposed to learn from is history. So
Really? What's that got to do? What's that got to do
You're a
with
very
it?
intelligent woman. You're a very intelligent woman, right?
Yes.
So if you know, as a woman growing up, you know it's the less likelihood for you to be successful by having a child. So what you do, you be more proactive. Using condoms.
What's that got to do with your choice?
Okay, if you're getting pregnant, then all right, cool. Maybe I shouldn't continue having this child because I'm not getting married. I a better chance of me having a successful life.
You're speaking
by
of
finding a
me.
man. That's what I'm thinking.
So you were raised by a single mother.
Yes. And
Is your mother still alive?
I struggle. My mom's still
Did
alive.
she struggle or did you struggle?
Both of us struggle.
Okay, so your words that echoed all around social media, and I want to make sure that we have this clearly, were, I'm a high value man. I've done things to step up my echelon, and I'm not going to settle for a single mother.
Yeah,
Did I have that correctly? I want to be clear.
Yeah, it will be selling.
Right. So what makes you think you're a high value man? The car you drive?
No, the value I put out into the world.
What about your character?
I have great character. I've built myself to basically have better choices. You want to know why? Because women can choose and make a choice. They can say, I don't want to date a man that makes less than 6 figures. They can. And then what are you doing? You're
but we're not
a man.
talking about that. That's not the situation that
Listen, hold on.
That's not the
Woman can say, I won't date a man less than 5'8", and the man could be 5'4". Do they care about
what does that have to do
ostracizing all of those
with
men?
anything?
If a fat man is sitting here, he can be a fat man, right? But if a fat woman is sitting here, you would say, oh no, we're body positive. Oh, no, we can't say that. It's all about picking her up. So every time you're saying something for a man,
bro,
it's down.
You got a lot on your back.
Yeah,
okay.
Man.
So what I want to be clear, not
rights.
just for you, but for everybody out there, is the car you drive, your resume, your bank account, your accolades is not what makes you a high value man.
Definitely not.
We are all defined by the sum of our deeds and our character, and you, brother, are coming up to the sum of 0.
Be clear.
I don't like how they did him. That's not fair.
Man, that's crazy,
That's
right?
not fair. And they stayed on sister code together.
Go ahead,
because
Tiffany.
let me share something with y'all that I don't like what single mothers do. When a man say that they don't want a woman that is a single mother, they immediately begin to bash this guy. That's what his preference is. There's nothing wrong with him saying he don't want a single mother, because you want to know what that entails. You got to deal with the baby daddy. You got to deal with this child being ungrateful. You got to deal with this child every time the child turn around, tell you, you ain't my daddy. I ain't got to listen to you. See, this is the thing that irks my nerve. But instead of us thinking, let's do clink, clink, okay, let's not mess with Pookie and Ray Ray out here in these streets and fuck around and get pregnant. Okay, we not thinking that. And this conversation is like a two-edged sword for me too. And this is why I even love coming to BMU, because when he come up with topics like this should be a two-edged sword for me, and it makes me mad. Like, what the hell? Because y'all mad with him because he said he don't want to be with a baby mama. That's his choice. He doesn't want to. And he's breaking generational curses because his mother raised him as a single mother. And he as a single mother, and it was hard. And he's right. And this is the thing that irks my nerve about a lot of content creators and all these famous people, because they will get up here and say, I'm a single mother by choice. Single mothers can do all this. Let me share something with you, baby. I was a single mother for many years. I know the nights when you cry, heifer. I know the nights when you got to go in the bathroom and turn the shower on and cry. Okay, I know the nights when you got too much going on and you don't know what the hell to do. When bills are due, you don't have enough food. I know those nights. But they will get out here and tell these young women, oh, you could be a single mother. You could raise your baby. You could collect child support. You could collect all these things. Let me share something with you. You could collect all those things. But guess what? The child needs one person, and that is the father. Okay? JT always say, shout out to JT. He always say the owner's manual is needed. And that's the truth. See, y'all can get out here and buy these kids everything in the motherfucking world. Take them all around the world and everything. But the one person they need is the owner's manual, and that is the father. But we always miss that part. We always miss that part. And I don't like how the way they both ganged up on him like that. Because what he said, he's right. A high value man is with character. But just because he says something they don't like, they trying to say his character is not good. No, she the one that got the problem. And the man sitting next to her call himself trying to take up for her. You go sit down. Because when that child get up in your face and tell you, you ain't my daddy, you can't tell me what to do, or try to jump on you when they become grown or either a teenager, what you gonna do? So I'm going to share something with y'all, and I say this on my own channel. I do not encourage dating or marrying baby mothers until this happens. Until this happens. Check this out. She got those kids trained. And she got that baby daddy boundaries. That's it. If those kids are not trained properly and she don't have no baby daddy boundaries with him, like he calling her late in the midnight hour and they on the phone talking like hours and shit. Nope. Okay. It's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, boom. It ain't supposed to be all this, I miss you. Because let me share something with you. If this man loved you and he miss you like the way he claimed he does, right? Why he ain't marry your ass? Why he ain't marry your ass? Okay, I had to come in and save the entire family. No, we won't be doing that. We will not be doing that. Okay, the truth will never be televised. I'm so tired of nonsense like that. And then women get up here and talk about, I know my worth. You don't know your worth. You don't know your worth, because you get up here and you will give your womb to men who are undeserving. God gave women the job of many things, but one thing that we fuck up all the time is who's supposed to remain here. Who bloodline remains here? We have more Pookie and Ray Ray children than just a little bit. Okay, than just a little bit. And it's painful. I don't like that. That Sister Cole get on my last nerve, because they agree with every type of foolishness. And she trying to sit up there and be dignified. No, you can't be dignified if you gave your womb to Pookie and Ray Ray and you didn't learn from it. Only how I can listen to you is if you did your shit and you learned from it. If you didn't learn from it, please go sit down. Because this is what we're teaching these young women, that it's okay to give your womb to Pookie and Ray Ray because you're going to get benefits and you're going to get child support. This is the thing that we just uplift being a single mother. And being a single mother is hard as shit. But they will get out here and tell you you're a strong Black woman. I wish somebody tell me some shit like that. I will curse you out. That shit is hard to raise children alone. And people always getting up here talking about, I'm independent, I'm a strong Black woman. Kiss my ass. That shit is hard. And they always telling these young women, you could do that. And then you see these young women on social media crying because they don't know what the hell to do. Oh, I'm so disgusted. I'm done.
Ooh.
Keep hope alive, Anissa.
Yeah.
You're looking mighty quiet over there.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in Egypt. Oh man, I actually like Egypt too. Her married self. But everything Tiki said is 100% correct. And I think women who are married and are single are different than women who just go out and have kids before they're married. My mom was a single mother. My father passed away when I was 11 years old. And I saw the struggle. And I saw the struggle she went through, and I saw the things she had to go through with 3 kids playing sports, and it wasn't easy. I would never wish that on anyone. But in the same situation, I also don't date women with kids, because of the fact is I have another man I have to sort of have a conversation with and about my household and how my household runs, and I don't think any man wants to have that situation. So that's where I am on that one. And then not only do you have to worry about the kid saying that's not my dad, but you have to worry about if it's a female kid saying he touched me. That's a whole nother situation. Now, who do you believe? Do you believe the child or do you believe the parent? And then the third piece is that in certain states, if I take on the responsibility, even if I'm dating you and I take care of your kid, in certain states, I can be held liable for child support for a kid that's not mine. So I have, and I'm in North Carolina, and that's one of the states. Kentucky's another one. Wisconsin's another one. So there's a lot of things that come with that. And in addition to that, if you're a woman that had a kid before you were married, and you're looking to date a guy, you have to come 10 times better than a woman your age and a woman that looks like you. You have to come 10 times more than what she brings, because you come with a lot more baggage and a lot more potentially detriments than a woman that doesn't have one. So it's being a single mother is not an easy go. I always preach marry before you carry. So I'm in a total agreement with you. Take heed.
Anessa?
I agree with Take Heed. I agree with her position on this. I see nothing wrong with him stating what his preference is. That's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think the ideal for any man or woman that's single and childless is to choose someone that is also single and childless. The last thing I want is a man with a bunch of babies and a bunch of baby mamas. That is not what I'm looking for. That is not what I'm going to choose. So that's the ideal situation. I agree with Take Heed, though. I mean, there are women that might have, one kid or, maybe two, maybe they got divorced or husband passed away. But if that mother has done a good job in raising those kids and those kids are mannerable and they're respectful, and that's a situation that you see as a situation that you can walk into and make an impact. I don't think that those women should be totally just thrown away as if that's a bad situation, because you have to realize there are a lot of single mothers out here. But I definitely would not say that a man should put himself in a situation that is anything outside of that. If you see on the front end of that it's not a good situation, there's chaos and all kind of drama, absolutely you should avoid that. So I have no problem whatsoever with this preference, and I would never say that a man or woman has to choose something outside of what they want. So
Grace, it's on you. You don't have to wait.
I'm just gonna really stick to the video.
Yeah, stick to the video. Stick to the video.
And it really describes what my show was about last night. Women ask for a leader. Women ask for men to express themselves. Women ask to have men show emotion. And as soon as a man does that, God forbid if y'all men have standards. Holy shit. God forbid if you men have boundaries. How dare you? You're supposed to put up with all our bullshit. You're supposed to take care of another man's seed with a woman with 3 kids and 4 baby daddies. I mean, no. And the sign language that was displayed, as soon as a lot of women don't like what a man says, it's right there, shaming him, insulting him, making him feel guilty, having the need to be right. Why isn't it okay for a man not to want to date single mothers? It's okay for a man to say that, but women say they want the truth, but they can't handle the truth. I don't date men that don't have kids. Why would I? At my age, I don't date men that have more than 2 kids and they have to be over 12 years old. Because I'm not doing the new, changing diapers and did this. I've already raised 3 boys that weren't mine. I've been a stepmother, and it's a lot of work to deal with somebody baby mama and drama. And if a man or woman chooses not to go that route, why are we shitting on them? Why do we do that to each other? Why are we not allowed to have standards without somebody saying, okay, I agree to disagree, but the names and how they made him feel belittled and things like that, it's just unnecessary. And there's going to be a lot of collateral damage. I always say that men need to get off the sidelines and get in the game, because nothing changes if you don't change nothing. So the guy from Pop the Balloon, he's collateral damage. There's going to be a lot of damage control, but change will come if men just stick to their guns and get in the game. I got the helmets for y'all. I got the water bottle. I got the towels. Y'all get in the game. I got y'all. Okay?
Trey, it's on you, man. I know you've been patient.
Yeah, number 1 rule, don't be a step dummy. Not a stepdaddy, but a step dummy. You're a fool if you date a woman who has children. Now, here's the thing, because I hear a lot of people who will say, well, if you got kids, you should date somebody who has kids and yada, yada, yada. We are different. Men and women are different. What I can do for you and your child is completely different than what you can do for me and my child. So you might want to get with a man who actually has kids, depending on what he does for his child. It may actually work out for you. And if you're single and you can actually see what he does for his child, That's a precursor to what it would be like if you had a family with him. So this idea that you as a single woman shouldn't get with a man with a child is bogus and it's BS. We're different. We're not the same. Now, on the other hand, a man who can see a woman with a child, he might not want to get into that because your pocket's finna get run. She brings baggage. If I move a woman into my home with her kids, I am now not only responsible for her, I'm responsible for her kids too. They in my house. We are not the same. So we have to stop thinking like this way. This woman went after this man because she knows inherently that when you are a single mother, you lose value. It is what it is. You lose value. If you were to take that woman, you take two of them, the same woman, one kids, one has kids. 99% of men are going to take the woman who does not have a child. So she knows that she has lost her value, which is why she went after him, because it didn't make her feel good. We are not your cleanup men. We are not your doormats. Figure this shit out and don't bring your baggage to us. That's not how this works. The last thing I'll say is this. You guys that are actually with these women who have kids and you're doing the thing where you're taking care of them. By the way, I was raised by a single mother. So I would never date a single mother. But if you are going to be with them kids is your responsibility. If you make the inherent decision to go into that situation knowing she got baggage, I'm not cutting you no slack because you decided, you chose to take on those responsibilities. So you don't get to play that game of, well, they ain't really mine. Nope, they're yours. Because she didn't lie, unless she lied about it. That's different. But if she didn't lie and she said, look, I'm coming with 3 kids, them your kids now. Make the decision at the front door. Stop waiting until you get in the house, upstairs, and in the bedroom to say, you know, I don't really like it here. Too late. You already in there. That's all I got.
Appreciate it, Trey. JT.
Yeah. So this is the thing. When you're dating men, when you're dating women with children, there are a lot of dynamics that you would have to hurdle over, right? You would have to deal with, like my man Professor was just saying, you have to deal with that father, that child's father. You have to deal with the potential of, if things don't work out with you and her, she's taking the family with her. You have to deal with the behaviors of the kids. You got a lot to deal with. Women, it should never be at a point where you feel bad when a man, and you hear this thing ringing where a man will not date a single mom. What you should do is make it look presentable to him. Because when a man is saying, I'm not going to date a single mom, he's not just saying just because she's single. He's talking about the dynamics that comes with it. That's what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So now you're starting to have men that actually, like myself, it just got to the point where I was like, I can't date any woman. When I was out there in the date thing, I can't date any women with kids, right? It wasn't because they were, bad people or anything like that. I've dated women with kids, and it all turned out the same way, right? We can't have a normal relationship when we're trying to learn each other and trying to be as one, as far as, and I'm saying for myself. And I already had kids with another woman. That's another dynamic. I don't want my kids that's not living with me seeing me take care of somebody else's kid. That shit is crazy. So it kept me away from that realm when I was dating. So I had to be intentional, right? I had to be a man to say, I'm not going to even try to date a woman with children. I don't want to get to a point where we're dating and then I'm back in that same thing. Now I'm looking like the bad guy. So what I did was say, no, I'm intentional with dating. And one of the things was that I can't date a woman with kids. Not why I got kids. And my kids not living with me either? Nope. It don't look good. When my kids come and visit and they're treated like the guest, nah, I'm straight on that. I'm good on that. So that's one thing. Another thing is, young ladies, if you have kids, you cannot get mad at a man that's saying that it's not a good idea. But what you can do is make your situation look as good as you can before you start dating men. There's a point in your life when you have children, a child or children, that you just screwed up. You fucked that off. You can't just go out there willy-nilly and just start dating no more. Not if you love your kids. You already messed that up for them. So if it's about them, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to fortify your life. And you got to make it look appetizing to a man that want to date you. Then you can have men that saying, there's nothing wrong with dating, single mom or whatever. But that's where we have the problem at. It's the things that comes with it. And no man wants to be dealing with another man's children. And that man ain't dealing with his children. Another thing that I had to do, even if I was dating a woman that had kids, I couldn't date a woman that had a man on child support. Nope. The last woman I dated, and it was some years ago, I told her she got to take that man off child support. She refused to, so I broke up with her. That looks crazy. I'm dating a woman that got a man on child support, and I'm on child support too. It's like I'm dating the enemy. Nah. We all have to think about the things that we do when we are doing these type of things. That is a serious thing. Dating while you have children is dangerous. Nobody else said, I will. It's dangerous. So you have to have all your what they say, your I's dotted and your T's crossed before you get out there and let a stranger meet your family. I end it there.
Thank you. Mr. Bennett, your take on the video, sir?
Well, first thing, I just don't get the equivalency that the ladies were making, saying, well, because you were raised by a single mother, you wouldn't date one. Those are two totally different relationships. I mean, one is a sexual relationship and the other is a parental relationship. They're not equal. So why would you make that, okay, well, because you had a single mom, you should be willing to date a single mother? Absolutely not. I was raised by a single mom, and thank God there wasn't another man in a relationship, because my mom was straight up not well, and it wouldn't have went very well. So thank goodness all the stuff, that drama had to deal with her, that bringing another man into the situation would have made it much, much worse. And I think that really gets down to it as well in terms of what you want. I know in my situation, I've shared many times on this show, I got married because I was celibate and I didn't have the gift of celibacy. So I needed a wife, and I married her for that reason. I wasn't ready. Kids was like not even on my mind yet. Now I knew I would have them eventually, but that wasn't the reason. I wasn't looking to start a family right away because I don't think I was mentally prepared for that. And I wanted, for me, I wanted to see that, is she going to be worthy enough to have kids with? Because kids do not improve your relationship. They don't. They'll expose your relationship. So if you guys aren't right, then bringing kids into the situation is not going to improve it. So I wanted 3 years. This was the deal. This was in my document, you guys I've talked about. In my document, I told them, we're going to be married for 3 years. I don't even want to hear a conversation about having a kid until we're married at least 3 years. So if we're going to have issues, if we're going to have drama and whatnot, I want to know now before I even consider, bringing another person into this world, into the chaos that we have. And a lot of people bring chaos into their lives. So really, I think a lot of it is about, what you want. I didn't want kids, but I wanted a wife. I wanted sex. So yeah, the single mom thing certainly wasn't going to work for me. And to the point, I actually recommend it for most men. I said, look, if she can't be your wife, she shouldn't be the mother of your kids. So yeah, give yourself some marital time. Again, marry before you not only marry before you carry, but again, give yourself at least a couple years to cohabit, because it's not the same. You could say, look, we lived together before we were married, all that. It's not the same thing. There's something happens. I've known people who dated, lived together for years, got married, divorced in less than 2 years. It's a different level. So yeah, so it's not a good idea for most. Now, the last thing I'll say is it may be the only option that some have, because there is that, because the guy was talking about, you know, value and however you want to define high value or whatnot. Folks have choices. So you might be left with the single mom or the single dad or whatever, because, you know, that might be the best of what you can get. But if he's saying, look, I have options and I choose the woman without the children option, that's his choice. But if somebody decides that they want to do the his, hers, and ours deal or the Brady Bunch deal, I don't have necessarily a problem with that. But just know, again, what you're walking into. Is that something you want, to have more children in your life? Children are not yours, and deal with all the things that come with that. I said, as long as people go in to a decision with their eyes wide open, best of luck to you in that situation. But for me, it was, you know, I was very specific. And yeah, I had ladies just hang up on me because they didn't come up right away that they had kids. It's like, sorry, I don't date ladies, I have kids. And, you know, that was it. Next. So yeah, so I think it's about what you want. Are you ready for that responsibility? But even that, are you even ready to be a parent? And I think we got to be honest with that too. A lot of people having kids are simply not ready to be parents. You're not mature enough for that. And so start with that question first before you start looking at how good she is or how well she treats you or whatever. Are you even ready to be a dad, period? Even if it was your own, are you ready for that? So that's all I got on.
Appreciate it. Miss Jenny, before you get comfortable with your milk and cookies.
Talking about your milk and cookies.
With your milk and cookies. What do you think about the video?
I was really glad that what Mr. Bennett was saying, because that's what I was going to say. You know, I mean, just right off the bat, you know, even before we get into talking about, oh, should, you know, men date single moms, and are single moms, do they lose all their sexual marketplace value, or are they redeemable? You know, just this idea of, because my parent was X, therefore I should look for X in my spouse is nonsensical. You know, I'm sure that woman that was on that panel with the, you know, baby hairs and the ponytail, she would probably say the same thing in this example, but, you know, it's still nonsensical of, oh, because I have a black dad, that means I have to marry a black man, or because my dad was a pastor, that means I have to marry a pastor. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. And so, you know, oh, well, your mom was a single mom, so, you know, you should date a single mom. It's like, my dad was a single dad. Does that mean I need to leave my husband? Because my dad did a good job raising me, so my husband can do a good job raising our kid. It's just crazy to even say like that, just that, pose that idea that, you know, just because your parent did something, that means you have to do it. But yeah, you know, I think that at the end of the day, when it comes to single moms, I don't know who said it, but it was that if you're going to be a single mom, you know, just try to present yourself in a better light in other areas as much as you can, because you can't go backward. All you can do is go forward. And so, you know, do single moms, I mean, do they just, you know, need to crawl up in a hole and die? You know, eventually their kids are going to grow up, and then, you know, they can, you know, present themselves on the marketplace again, or if they want to present themselves on the marketplace, you know, not long after they're single moms. I think a more important part is the mindset. You know, first off, why are you a single mom? Are you a single mom because your husband died? Are you a single mom because you're a whore? Are you a single mom because you were, you know, because all single moms are not created equal. And so I feel like the mindset is the number one thing. Because if you're a single mom because you're a whore, that means that you have poor judgment. And so that is going to carry over into our relationship. Versus if you're a single mom because, you know, someone attacked you, then that's not your fault. You know, it's whatever. You know, you probably make good choices, and we could probably have a good relationship. And so that all depends on that too. And so, you know, if you have some kind of Ebony K. Williams kind of woman, then, you know, do not pass go, do not collect $200, because that is just not what you need in your life.
Leave that alone.
So yeah, I think that the single mom conversation is kind of nuanced. Just like, should a man ever date a woman who has a promiscuous past? I think it's nuanced. If she has overcome that and she's moved past that, men aren't perfect either. We all have our past, and if we move forward and we're better people on the other end of it, then it's fair game, I think.
Thank you, Miss Jenny. Alicia, it's on you, darling. You've been patient. I want to hear what you got to say about this situation. What do you think about the video?
Well, I had to ask, does anyone know that woman's situation? Was she a single mother by choice, or did her spouse pass? Is she a widow? Because she was extremely offended by his preference.
The name of the show is Put a Ring on It. It was on the OWN network for a while. And the backstory is that she did have while she was in college, she got pregnant.
Okay.
And the guy, she was never married to the guy or anything. She just got pregnant by a guy in college while she was trying to pursue her career. That the key and point is what he was saying. If you knew that this child was if you knew having sex unprotected was going to stop you from your career, you should have had condoms, like what he was saying in the video. He said
in those situations, it just shows that you made poor choices with, one of the most important decisions of your life. The bringing of the life into the world. You've made a poor choice. So if you can't manage that, what type of partner would you be? I mean, that's a huge red flag. And she and I'm sure a lot of other women out there was so offended by the gentleman's choice. You made your choice. You've made your choice, and it wasn't a healthy choice, for yourself or the child. So in most scenarios, unfortunately, you will just have to wait. You gotta get some good hobbies, work on yourself. So when that time comes, when I say time comes, the child is mature enough to be more, independent or on their own or whatnot. And you can actually get into a relationship where you can devote your time to the potential partner. You just have to wait. You just have to wait, unfortunately. I know I'm in that scenario. I had my child through marriage, but I know I have a 13-year-old daughter. One, me dating will be selfish because that's taking away time from my child. And, she's already going through a lot from the divorce. Why would I do that to her? That's creating another monster in this world we know this world doesn't need. So I'm just going to have to wait, until she gets to the point, wherever that may be, where I can give myself and my time, my energy, and my love to another person without it taking from her. And was it JT mentioned earlier, dating and his children not being in the household and being with a single mother. That is so traumatizing for the children. Them seeing that, I've been in that scenario. It causes all kinds of problems. So it's selfish. It's selfish. You just have to, like I say, get some hobbies, do whatever you have to do, and just wait till your time, because you forfeited that, unfortunately, by the choice you made.
And BMU, can we differentiate between women who were married and are single mothers from baby mamas? Because that's totally different mindset when you're going to date someone who has a kid. But in addition to that, the second piece is you have to now piecemeal time with that woman who has a kid, because I'm available. I'm a single dude, so I'm available. But I now have to figure out your schedule and your kid coverage to date you. So it's just too much chaos to try to deal with a lady who
before we go
has.
down that path, I'd like to get an answer to this video before we go.
Come
down.
on, RP.
Because that's a good question, but I want to at least get my shot in.
Yeah.
My bad.
No problem, Professor. I just wanted to get in because this is a whole nother topic. We can get down that path. Listen, first of all, the guy made a mistake, because I don't care whether you're a high value man or not. If you don't have a preference for a woman with a kid, it don't matter. So he gave them an out by even saying that, right? Because now they could key on some bullshit like that because it's subjective what a high value man is. I don't care if you're a bum. If you don't want a woman with a kid, you don't want a woman with a kid. And so he wasn't able to articulate his point because now they're throwing arrows at him on a point that really is a tangential point to the fact that, hey, listen, sister, you gave your best shit to some asshole, and now you're telling me I should feel guilty that I don't want you. And he didn't know how to articulate. That's the only problem I have with these guys. They get on these panels and they let a hyena say all this horse shit. I would have told, listen, man, I don't want a woman with kids. That's it. You know, I'm not saying she's a bad woman. I'm just saying that's not what I want. So all this bullshit you're talking is just bullshit. Why you invite me up here? You know, because I don't want a chick with kids. Just like he tried to say, you don't want a short man, you don't want this. That's just too much goddamn talk. I want a woman. First of all, when you have a woman with kids, unless she's really right and the guy who comes in who knows how to cut off access, most men who get these women pregnant is because they always want to have some kind of access to your chick. Right? And most men, we don't want another man to have access to our woman. That's why we have issues with guys who are just fucking their best friend, their so-called male best friend. Because we know the nature of men. Because as soon as she comes in all crying, oh man, he said something to me, he's going to be banging her ass out if she get vulnerable just once. You know, so listen, you know, we do too much talking and all this shit. Listen, the guy didn't know how to just say to the chick, listen, she's a nice woman, and she got her stud there who's ready to step in as a goddamn baby daddy stepped on me. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to be I just don't like women with kids. So it wasn't a good match. And it doesn't make her a bad woman. It just means I want something different. And I'm saying this because I've dated women with kids. They were nice women. But after those experiences, I knew I wanted my own. That's it.
Thank you, Arpain. Professor, before we move on to your point, I'm going to make sure I slide my point in. I'm going to tell you what I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that the other guy got in and tried to hold this man's legs down while the damn hyenas tried to bite him. Did you hear what I said? You know what I'm saying? I don't like stuff like that. You know, women, one thing I can say about the damn sisterhood, they will come together like Voltron to kick a man's ass. Did you hear what I said? But for some strange reason, guys want to put on this cap and this cape and jump in and hold a brother down and say, come on, girls, you bite him in the leg. My whole thing is this, man. What he should have said, what the man should have said when the other guys start talking, first of all, I wasn't talking to you. He should have checked him right there on the spot. I said, I wasn't talking to you, and this ain't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to insert this, we can go outside and we can talk about this like some men. But in the meantime, I said what I said. I'm not going to date a woman with no kids. You see what I'm saying? And the killing part about it, I didn't like the host attitude either. She's going to start bringing up all this other stuff. Who do you think you are? First of all, you thought I was a prize about 5 minutes ago until I told you that I didn't want to date a woman with kids. You see what I'm saying? Here's my thing, what I do not like and what I see a lot in these relationships. There's always a low boiling contempt for men. They don't respect men at all. You see what I'm saying? It's always this underlying disrespect for men. You see what I'm saying? It comes from women, and it also comes from men like this chump that was sitting next to this other lady that was on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, brother. First of all, you shut up. I wasn't talking to you. You see what I'm saying? And then the host jumps in and said, you got a lot to learn. First of all, this is my life, lady. Second of all, you're not going to pay none of my bills. Third of all, I don't see you taking on somebody else's kids and somebody else's business. Did you hear what I said? You see what I'm saying? What do you get off just because you the host? You get to dictate and tell me as a man what I should do in my own house? First of all, get you some business. Second of all, just because you the host of this show don't mean you the host of my house. Most of all, most guys don't want another man's influence in his house. You see what I'm saying? And the killing part about it is it's the attitude of some of these single women that'll sit up here and they'll be entitled to this man's time. They'll be entitled to this man's resources and won't in turn become a better woman. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. Just put it on the table, just as it is. A woman with kids, a woman without kids. You see what I'm saying? Well, a woman with kids, you're gonna have to be a hell of a woman. I'm talking about you're gonna have to fix his lunch, and I ain't talking about no damn lunchables. Did you hear what I said? I ain't talking about no damn juice boxes. I'm talking about clipping this man's toenails. Did you hear what I said? I'm talking about running this man's bath water. Did you hear what I said? I'm talking about giving that man a little bit of that 20 in the front and 40 in the back. I mean, you're gonna have to be a damn good woman. You see what I'm saying? But my whole thing is this: it's the entitlement for me. It's the guilt and the disrespect for me. You see what I'm saying? And the killing part about it is they turn around and the sisterhood will try to guilt this man into it. I can tell he wasn't really wasn't used to a whole bunch of women biting and clawing at him. You see what I'm saying? If he had a little bit of that dog in him, if he had a little bit of that KS in him, he would have told everybody, first of all y'all can go to hell. Second of all, I don't have to sit up and explain myself to nobody. Third of all, I'm the guest on this show, and I can walk up out of here and y'all can continue doing what you want to do, and I can go about my business. If you're going to disrespect me, at least you can put some doggone money on my books. I take 20 in the front, 40 in the back. But my whole thing is this: you're going to have to make sure that you make people respect you as a man, respect your efforts, respect your time, respect your knowledge, respect your wisdom, and respect your damn person. And that's all I'm gonna have to say about that. Did you hear what I said? Come on, black man. I'm hot, man. I'm hot.
Hell yeah.
I'm hot.
You muted. Okay.
Let me go ahead and add my perspective because I'm a little more unfiltered than that. I think that if I'm speaking to her directly and you jump in and you want to be Mr. Simp Man, I'm gonna tell him real quick. Hey man, you say one more word, I'm gonna slap the fuck out of you. Don't whisper, don't even breathe. Hold your breath. Because I'm not talking to you. And I hate when men do that. When you know a woman's wrong, if a man has a choice, if a woman can say, I want a 6'9" man, I want a man with abs, his dick gotta look like the pole that Moses carried through the Red Sea. Listen, if you can have your perspective, then a man should be able to have his. And if he don't want a single mom because he see how his mama struggled and he don't want to be with a woman like his mom, matter of fact, why don't you even bring his mama up? This is this man's life. He don't want to be with a single mother. And look, if you go down the categories of it, some women turn their life around, like Take Heed. She turned the whole tide, right? She tell her stories or whatever. But my thing is, you got to worry about abandonment issues that she dealing with because she's not with the baby daddy no more. You got to worry about the baby dad if you want to decide to come in and out of her life. You got to worry about her being bitter, mean, upset because she made a bad decision, and then you become the punching bag. And then you got to deal with that badass kid, and then she's going to tell you, that's my child, don't touch my child, don't say nothing to my child. Me and my baby dad are going to raise the child. Like, there's just so many avenues. I just don't get it. I think that men, that guy on that thing, he is something. It's the guy that was trying to take up for him or whatever. I was hot watching it today when I was cutting it. I just was looking at the dude like, damn, dude, why did you have to say something? Then for Egypt, I'm with you on this, Professor. Egypt is one of my favorites. I used to love, boy, woo. Egypt has been bad her whole life.
Yes, Lord.
Oh yes, I don't know about. She has had pretty privilege her entire life. But she's a stupid ass woman in this situation. She is. For her to jump on this man and talk down on this man because he don't want to be with a single mom. Like he said, if a fat guy sat on this couch, y'all gonna say he fat. But if a fat woman sat on the couch, we need to uplift her. No body shaming. This is the world we live in today. The men, and have you ever seen it? You know, I always say this. Y'all heard me say this a million times. I've heard a song where Tupac talked about his daddy. What's the line? He said the reason why he didn't go to his daddy's funeral. What did he say? He didn't want to go. What he said, I wouldn't let my anger. What did he say? Feel
that
for
coward.
I wouldn't let my anger feel for a stranger.
Yeah, but then in the next song he says, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. So your mama was a crackhead who abandoned you, let you help. You had to help raise your baby sister. She was out on the street, laid up, getting screwed in corners in alleyways, and she's a queen. But when your daddy died, he a stranger. He ain't shit. This is delusion. Oh my God, I can't go on. I'm done. I just somebody help me understand. Can somebody on the panel help me understand? Help me understand why the crackhead mama who was being a hoe on the street selling her ass for dope is a queen, but he didn't have a good relationship with his dad. He's a stranger and he ain't shit.
She gonna always be a queen.
Because mama told the story.
She gonna always be a queen because she's the leading role. The leading role. She gonna always tell her side and gonna make it look good.
Yep.
She gonna always make her side look good. And this is the thing that goes on in our community. This is the trauma that goes on in our community, and we will sit up here and guilt men into foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for that young man, but how you say that? I'm saying it wrong. He stood his ground. Okay. That's what he did. And he did good. Okay. And I don't care if anybody got a problem with what he said. He said what he said. Okay. Because the thing is that taking on a mother, taking on a baby mama, it's a lot. And see, a lot of content creators, they will get up here and they will tell you, listen, it's okay. You got these ones who doing this pandering nonsense. It's okay to be with a baby mama. You know, she just, you know, she already got the fundamentals. Not all baby mamas have those. Not all of them know how to cook and clean. Okay. They don't have all the fundamentals. Not all of them know how to be nurturers, all that stuff. No, some of them out here on demon time. So I don't agree, but I still say this, and I will continue to say this to the end of time. If she has a mindset change and those children are trained, okay, and she got some boundaries with that baby daddy, okay, and she come to you and she show you she want to be saved. Yes, I said it. I said it. If she come to you and show you she want to be saved, then you help her. Only if you want to. You shouldn't be guilted into doing it. Only if you want to. Shout out to my king because he saved me on Baby Mama Lane up the street around the corner. Okay? Shout out to my king. And that's why I always say I will forever be grateful. Because this man did not have to choose me. He had other women that was in his roster before me. But he decided to say, I want that one. I want that chocolate one right there with the hips. I want that one. So I'm still grateful. And it's going on 17 years, but I'm still grateful. And I will remain grateful because I know where my husband picked me up. Some women don't even understand when I say your husband picked you up on Baby Mama Lane up the street. And then you will get up here and say, well, I ain't supposed to, I don't have to treat him well. I don't, you know, I'm treating him good. That's good enough. No, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. That man is walking through hell with gasoline draws on. Because anytime your baby daddy get ready to do some nonsense, he could ride up on this man when he coming home from work. Okay? We always forget that part. But the women in our culture think that there's no problem. There's a problem. There's a problem. We are creating the problem. Now, I'm going to share something with you. If you have a woman that she has a different mindset, then by all means, do what it do. But if she does not have a different mindset, my brothers, please leave her where she at. There's 80% baby mamas in our culture. 80%. So if one don't do right, go to the next. Because this is nonsense. And we promote it and we uplift it. Like okay, a man see just a woman, she doesn't have any children, just an average woman, and now you got one that's a baby mama and she got all this drama, and you sitting up there trying to compare apples to oranges. I'm going with the woman who got no kids. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. And we have to start telling the truth, because listen, I will never sit up here and say stepfathers are not needed. You will never hear me say that, because somebody came along and saved my family. Okay, you will never hear me say that. But what I will say is that stepfathers go through a lot of bullshit. They go through a lot. And these wives don't understand that shit. They will quickly tell you, that's my child. My child is my baby daddy was here first. All this nonsense they will tell you. Mind you, if I was the husband, I would have told her, if your baby daddy was here first, why he ain't marry you? That's the first thing I would have said. Because we think that we as good as gold and everybody want us and stuff like that. And it doesn't go like that. Your character, baby. Your character. This is the thing that we miss, the humbleness. Somebody came and they wanted you. Now, I don't agree with everything people said up here on this panel. Baby mamas are whores and all this other stuff. I don't agree with all that. I'm sorry. I can't take it there like that. Okay. I cannot take it there like that. I can't sit up here and say stepfathers are suckers and fools and all this other stuff. I cannot. Okay. Because the thing is that they're still human beings. They just wanted to love somebody. And most of the time, the people that they're trying to love and trying to save don't want to be saved. So if she don't want to be saved, baby, you have to leave her where she at. And I'm done. I'm finished.
Hey, Lost, real quick, can I say this? I'm going to bid y'all a good night.
Come on, Trey.
Number one, the largest contingent of men who file for divorce, stepfathers. Let that sink in for a second. I'll say it again, because many of y'all probably didn't know that. The largest group of men that file for divorce out of the little 20% that do are stepfathers. Number two, I want men who want to be stepfathers and think that it's cool. I want you to ask yourself a serious question. If she had to choose between you and her child, who is she going to choose? Take a second and think. Who is she going to choose? Is she going to choose you, or is she going to choose the child that came out of her womb? 9 times out of 10, she's going to choose the child over you. So you're not even number one in your house, and you certainly don't come behind her, because most single moms are selfish. So you're number 3 in your own house. It's not smart. Doesn't make sense. And in some cases, you are absolving the woman from the mistakes she made if she got a divorce. There is no difference, in my opinion. If you got a divorce, more than likely, you're the one who filed for divorce. You're the one who broke up your family. So I'm not giving you a pass. More than likely, that's what the probability says. Unfortunately, there ain't a bunch of take-hees running around. It don't work that way. If there were more take-hees running around, maybe more guys should consider it. But unfortunately, the take-hees aren't running around. So the best thing you can do to save yourself is to avoid single moms altogether. Don't even have fun with them. Don't smash them. Don't do nothing. Leave them be. Let them figure it out. Because the truth is, more than likely, most of them need to go back to their man. That's the truth for most of them. Most of them need to go back home because they had no real reason in leaving in the first place, or they were irresponsible, and now you got to wait till that child turns 18 and becomes an adult. Widowers are the only pass I'll give. Widowers are the only pass I will give, and that means it comes after a lot of counseling and therapy. Because I'm not stepping into a situation in which the man is gone. And she's longing for him because she lost him of nothing happened. She didn't do anything. She lost him. So we got to make sure that the kids and her, they're emotionally right. And if they are, then yes, that's the only pass I will give to single moms or widowers. Y'all have a good night. It's been fun.
Appreciate it, Trey.
Appreciate you, man.
Trey.
Come on, Mr. Bennett, because I know you got to go.
Ooh. Nah, I have nothing, I think, more to add, but again, I still want to stress that that piece about, as a man, you have to know what you want. And I think there's too many people out here, especially in our community, are becoming parents who are not ready to be parents. I think children should come into a world where they're desired, that they're wanted, and that they're going to be loved. So let's just start there first before we talk about, blended families and all that. Do you even want your own seed? A lot of people are just not ready for that. So again, I think a lot of this, we would do ourselves some good if we just take some personal inventory of ourselves before we think we can get into a relationship with anybody. All right. So again, the exercise that I did, it had so many benefits. Not that the wife that I wound up with, but really it helped me to understand who I was. And I think a lot of people would benefit from taking some self-inventory in terms of who you are, what your values are, what you truly desire. And then you then find people who can rock with you in that regard. So I think that's all I want to say on that. But I need to run also. But this is a great show tonight. Good discussion. Again, Miss Jenny, happy birthday again, and congratulations on your pregnancy. And I pray it's just a healthy one, and that you get the desires of your heart. So God bless you, and everybody else for the panel. I'll see you guys. Should be tuning in tomorrow night on a one-on-one sports show. So we got a new coach, unfortunately, for the Los Angeles Lakers. Unfortunately, I got to talk about them tomorrow night. But then we're going to be talking about some boxing. We missed boxing last week because of the NBA Finals. So, again, Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Lion Garcia, all those guys we're going to be talking about tomorrow night. So the one-on-one sports show here on the BMD Network, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to seeing some of you guys there.
Mr.
Everyone
Bennett,
else.
Mr. Bennett,
Yes, sir.
I don't want to derail anything, but if they do 8 rounds, Mayweather and Tank, who are you going with?
Okay.
Mayweather and Tank. I would still take Tank. I mean, again, the guy's removed. He's been fighting exhibitions for a while. He's not. I mean, again, you're just not sharp. You want to be out. So I'm not buying that Mayweather has one more in him like that. I think Tank KOs him in about 5th or 6th round.
Yeah. Hey, all right, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Bennett.
Yes, sir. Have a good night,
Appreciate
everybody.
it, Mr. Bennett.
Yep.
And real quick,
yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to say something that Trey said. I agree with most of the things he said. Only thing I don't agree with, and I wish you had the soundbite for it, is I believe you should mess with baby mamas and have as much relations with them as possible. Like Allen Iverson said, we're talking about practice. It's not a game. It's practice. So I wish we had the soundbite. But so if you use the baby mamas as practice, and then for the game, but no, so that's the only thing I disagree with Trey on.
Hilarious.
You know what? I think that it's I put this on Facebook. And anybody that's friends with me on Facebook will see the comments under this. I had so many women coming through and under the comments and some of the stuff they said was just amazing to me.
I'm not surprised.
Oh no, yeah, don't be. Some of the stuff that they said was amazing, and while I'm looking it up, because I want to read some of it to you guys, because I said, oh yeah, they're not gonna believe this. Some of the women were saying that what about the first thing, you already know what they're gonna say. What about the men? Who got the women pregnant?
Well, let me add this to him, Black
Go
man.
ahead.
Ladies at Facebook, if you're listening, my thing to answer to that is that you knew he wasn't your husband when you laid down with him.
Did you hear what I said?
You didn't walk down no damn aisle.
Come on.
You didn't put on no ring. So stop blaming men for something that you gave them, just like y'all gave this woman a pass for taking advantage of this fat man.
Did you hear what I said?
Who works 70 hours a week and eating damn Lunchables. Now you tell him that's what I said.
My God.
And to add on top of that, to the same situation, men control access to relationships, women control access to sex, and there's multiple forms of birth control for women. As you know, if you told a man he don't have to wear a condom, that's on you. If he takes the condom off, that's on him. At the end of the day, if you say no, no means no. He can't continue to go further than he can't pass go. He can't collect $200, like Miss Jenny said earlier. At the end of the day, so if you get pregnant because a man didn't do what he was supposed to do, that's on you, because you need to make a man be responsible for what he needs to be responsible for, and that's putting a condom on that thing and make sure you're taking the steps to make sure you don't get pregnant.
So y'all being too easy on a man. Be a wife first. Okay? Be a wife first. before you even start carrying around getting a child. So that's what Ebony K. Williams' problem was. She's going to sit up there and move the man out of the way. She's going to move matrimony out of the way so she don't have to be a better person and sprinkle some money on her kid. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, 9 months later from the test tube, she got a baby. Fellas, stop going to the sperm bank. Stop giving these folks a free pass. Stop having sex with women who are not your wives. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Cut it all off. Because if they ain't got sense enough to do it, guess what? You're going to have sense enough to do it. And I'm going to leave it at that, man. I'm going to leave it at that. You know doggone well that man was not your husband when you laid down. Stop making excuses and be a better woman.
And people like Ebony K. Williams, I call back burner biatches, because they chose their career and everything else over getting online with a man to having that kid the way it's supposed to be done. So she had to go to a sperm bank. So I call them back burner biatches. You got to put them on the back burner because they put everything else in the back burner.
Appreciate it, Professor.
Now I'm going to go here to Facebook, and one of the comments that was put here, I'm going to read you the post first. Why real men avoid single mothers? And then somebody put a list up. This is the list. If you guys can see it, that's the list. Okay. It says here, number 1, never available. Number 2, you are not a priority. Number 3, thinks the world revolves around her and her only. Number 4, emotionally unavailable. Number 5, the ex-baby daddy is always there or around somewhere. Number 6, the kids are working against you in the household. Number 7, those kids will hate you. That was what Take Heat was saying. Number 8, entitled attitude. Number 9, distorted self-image. Number 10, always playing the victim. Number 11, playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with their personalities. Number 12, drama queen. Number 13, in most cases, she's dating to make her baby daddy jealous. Number 14, dishonest. A single mother is a liar in most cases. Number 15, carries baggage, and more baggage. Now, when I posted that, it was a hailstorm. Because then I had one young lady, and I'm gonna make sure I cut this and put it up because we're gonna talk about these messages in particular here. One young lady says, "That's why real women don't want baby daddies either."
No, that's some bullshit. I wanted to talk about that.
Hold on, JT. Hold your mute while it's shouting.
That's why real women don't want baby daddies either. They still want their baby mamas. They still sleeping with their baby mama. They treat their baby mama like she's a priority. If that's the case, go be with her. He's never financially available because he has too many children to take care of, always lying, because that's what men do. Childhood trauma, always on the video game, always on husband treatment when he can't even lead or doesn't have marriage as a future goal, etc., etc., etc. That's the first comment. What do you guys say to that?
You knew full well that man wasn't your husband when you laid down.
You hear what I said?
And we're gonna leave it at that. Ain't nothing else you can say about that. You complain about the stupidest stuff. You complain about the brokest men, but you have a baby by them. You complain about the guys who don't have nothing going on in their life, but you have a baby by them. You complain about the guys who have kids and leave, but you complain about them. But you sit there and you lay down with them. You know why? Because that's the man you qualify for.
Did you hear what I said?
Because you did not become the better woman that you needed to be to get the man that you think you deserve.
So this is the craziest part. My man Trey, he was talking, he led to this whole thing where he was just saying it is a difference being a single mom than it is being a single dad, right? I see you shaking your head. But let me explain something. It is definitely different.
Go ahead, Jay.
With a single dad, that's social proof. Especially if you have daughters. This ain't a dude that's sitting there talking from some shit that I observed. This is some shit that I anecdotally experienced. When it came down to it, 2 daughters. They was between me and their mom. When I dated women, you know what was crazy? It kind of boosted my shit when women seen how I was with my daughters. Have you guys ever seen the video with LL Cool J? This is back in the day, and he was braiding his daughter's hair, and the shit was all crazy as hell, but she liked it. That was some real life shit. Because my daughters used to like the way that I used to. I learned how to do parts and all kind of crazy ass shit. Never learned how to braid, but I learned how to twist. Because I had to deal with that with my daughters. That was like the cutest shit that everybody seen. When they seen the way that I even talk to my daughters, right? Firm, fair, you know, and I've always had compassion for them, but I was always straight in the line with them. When a woman see a man like that, that's social proof. When they see the man, the drama, ain't no drama coming over to here. I never had to say I never had drama. It was what it was. They just never seen the drama. I had drama, but they never seen it because I was a man of worth. I was a man of worth. And this is when from my daughters, like they grown now, but this was when my daughters were small. That was when I was talking about it earlier, when I said I dated a woman, she had 2 daughters. I had 2 daughters. That shit looked weird as fuck with me because I had the idea that we could make a family. You know, we could do our whole thing. And then I thought about it, I said, I don't want my daughters coming over here thinking they're guests in their daddy's house. That's crazy to me. I had to end the relationship for the simple fact that I didn't want my daughters to feel like they were a guest in my house instead of them being my kids in my house. And I didn't want that from her daughters either. How about that? When I seen how it was I'm like, you putting your daughters in a fucked up situation. Now, this is the hardest thing for anybody to do in a relationship, is to be objective in a subjective situation. Most women can't do it. They can't do it. Men can. I like you. We have fun together. We go out, we kick it, all that shit. But wait, stop. Pump your brakes. Look at your kids. Look how they looking at you. Look how they looking at you. They ain't looking at me like that. They looking at you. You had one, and then she was a 2x2. Just not coming.
Now, in the comment, it says that men are not financially available because they have too many children to take care of. Now, if I want to break this down, they're not financially available because they have too many children to take care of and they have childhood trauma. Then this message is contradicting itself, because if you know all these things, why would you still throw the pussy back? So,
why are you doing that? Right.
Exactly. So let me get to R-Pain, the boomer, because this is their fault. R-Pain.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
It's your fault, R-Pain.
Okay.
No matter what.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
Happy birthday, Jenny.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
But when they said they're never, and I want you to just attack this, R-Pain, because I'm gonna cut this up real good so I can put it out tomorrow. It says that men are not financially available. They have childhood trauma. They always lying. They always on the video game. Always want husband treatment when he can't even lead or doesn't have marriage as a future goal. Be brief, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, see, now we were starting off good, right? But how come I gotta be brief? How come I gotta be brief?
Because it's your fault.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else could just rattle off at the gyms, but I gotta be brief.
Sum it up, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, first of all,
keep up.
I have to tell you, to be truthful, I can answer this, but I don't think I'm the guy to answer that question. I think the men of my day were made of better cloth. All that broke shit and don't want to work and all that shit, that's you motherfuckers. Z's and X's and millennials. I don't know nothing about that.
R-Pain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you in a little secret. The men still go to work and they still make money. It's some of these garbage ass women who don't respect men, who project stupidity into a situation by
Right.
saying all the men are trash and they're broke, but they never come up with proof. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
My
I
whole
do.
thing is this: you have to be careful when you're talking to idiots. You know what I mean? You can't cast your pearls amongst swine. And what you're listening to is the daily bacon of the day. Well, mostly what happens is these women come up with these arbitrary words to throw around to discredit men. It's like I told you earlier, man. That's that low boiling contempt for men. My thing is if you want men to be better, you speak to the king and the men instead of the fooling men.
Right.
Imagine what kind of men you'll get if you say, hey, my man is a king, a hardworking man, a man who never says stop, a man that never quits. You see what I'm saying? A man who loves his family. Imagine what kind of community you would build. But instead, these women decide to put their mouth on men and tear them down.
Did you hear what I said?
So Lit, what I'm saying is that most of what the women say is
about a
gaslight.
woman
They're
who
always
tears down her
gaslight.
home with a mouth. What does it say?
Yeah, they're always gaslight.
Exactly. So ignore them.
Yeah.
We're not entertaining that foolishness anymore. They can say whatever it is they want to say, but talking bad about men is not going to fix their situation.
No, not at all. Hey, good. That's why the question should have went to you direct.
You did say that she was not going to answer that question.
I don't have a
You know what
problem with
it's
that.
like, though? It's like they going to Burger King and ordering the biggest burger on the menu, and then they say, I would like a Diet Coke with that.
No. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's like them going to Burger King and asking for a damn Big Mac. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or a damn 3-piece chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well these folks don't sell no damn chicken wings in Burger King, and then gonna tell Burger King about themselves how bad of a restaurant they are for not having chicken ready when they show up. That's what these conversations amount to. A bunch of stupidity.
Now, Arpain, thank you for that. I want to get everybody just a brief, because I want to go through these messages, then we're going to end the show. These comments. So briefly, Arpain said what he said. Embrace the grace. Very briefly, what do you feel about women from a woman's perspective? This young lady says that men are never financially available. They don't take care of their children. They're always lying. They're always on the video game. They got childhood trauma. They want husband treatment. They can't even lead and doesn't have marriage as a future goal. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that women are broke too. Women ain't shit. Women want husband treatment. Women, I'm gonna say the opposite of everything, because exactly where you're pointing a finger at a man, there's 3 pointing one back at you. Okay, women are spending money on frivolous shit versus saving money, getting a 529 for their child, getting set up for college funds. Do they have that? Do they have life insurance? Oh no, they have insurance on wigs and weaves and phones, but don't have it on their children's lives. So as much as we can talk about men, we need to take a mirror and turn it on ourselves, because you can't point out other people's faults when you are a fault your damn self.
Thank you, Embrace. Now, I will say this. I heard a white lady I wish I would have had it queued up tonight. I heard a white lady. She did, those things, those little things on TikTok where she say, yes, some of this and yes, some of that, right? Mm-hmm. She said, yes, my husband's black and he takes care of his kids. This is a white lady. Yes, my husband is black and we own our own home and own our own cars. Yes, and she went all the way to the end and she said these words. She said, there in every man, there's a fool and a king. Whoever you speak to the most is the one that is the very one that's going to manifest itself.
Shit.
And
Damn.
She just turned the camera off. This is a white lady saying this.
No, but let me tell you something. What she said, she had to get that from a black man. She had to get that from a black man, because I heard somebody tell me that before. I was probably about 21 years old, and I heard somebody tell me, and I was in the military too, and they said, you're two people. You're a fool and you're a king. I need to find out who the fuck I'm talking to right now. And when they said that, I didn't have the mind that I have right now. My mind wasn't manifested into what it was right now. It stuck with me until this day. I was 21. I'm 51 right now. And that shit still sticks with me. That's why you will hear me, black man, when I tell motherfucker when I'm with the shit, And I tell them, back the fuck up. I know what I'm about to do. Because I'm that person. I'm all of this shit. I'm not one-dimensional. I'm all this shit. So when she said that shit right there, she got that from a black man. I remember somebody telling me that.
They're studying them. We'll talk about that too. Take heed to the message. They're liars. They check childhood trauma. They play video games. They want husband treatment. They can't lead or don't have marriage as a future goal. They're never financially available. Take heed. What are your thoughts?
So I always say this on my channel that shit beget shit. So if you wind up with a man and you say that he ain't shit, you ain't shit either, ma. You ain't shit either. This is the thing that we always miss. And another thing too, the way she lists that whole column down about so-called men, that sound like a jester. A king was nowhere near that column. And I'm going to share something else with you. A lot of people, a lot of women say that they want a king, but they don't know what that entails. Okay? For you to even qualify a king, the first thing, respect has to be there. Then obedience, that's a word that y'all don't like, you know. And so if these two are not there, you're going to keep getting them jesters. I'm done. I'm finished.
We're gonna hop over to Professor. Men are never financially available. They always lying. They always on a video game. They want husband treatment. They can't lead. And marriage is not in their future. Very briefly, sir. What are your thoughts?
Show y'all ain't brothers.
Marriage is not in the future of the guys that certain women are dating. They need to vet a little bit more properly. I don't see anything wrong with playing video games. It keeps them from seeing some other chick. And in addition to that, he's not financially available. He's just not financially available to you. So hey, maybe you need to get yourself together, or maybe you need to get your kitty purring like JT's. So and maybe he'll be more financially available.
You hear that shit?
Yeah. That pussy wants some meat.
I'm trying to tell you.
Pause.
Hey, I bet you that Hawk Tour girl ain't having no problems getting a man that's financially available.
Exactly. Miss Jenny, I want to hop to you real quick. What do you think about this comment to me that men are not available and financially, and they want husband treatment, and all they do is be on the video game? They don't have any future goals to be a husband. What are your thoughts?
The one that sticks out to me the most is the husband treatment one, because it kind of brings the show into a full circle, because that's what I was saying about the first guy, is that the first guy was showing that he was husband material by being willing to provide and protect for that woman that was so unappreciative. And so for a man to say that he wants husband treatment, well, you have to show him why you deserve to be his wife. So, you know, if he expects you to cook him food and clean up after him, then you're just in training. You know, you're just on probation. You're just showing whether or not you're worthy of what he brings to the table. So I don't see anything necessarily wrong with a man wanting husband treatment. You know, within reason, you know, you can't get the full package until you get the full subscription. But, you know, you can show him,
and that's
you
the
know,
end of the free trial.
Right.
Word. Damn.
But the other point about how, what did she say? Men are childish. They play games or something. What was that?
Yeah, they play video games. They got childhood trauma. They don't want to do marriage. They don't want to do nothing. They just. But hold on. But I'm gonna say this real quick before, because I want to give y'all the full context. Because when I talked about this verbally, I said this to them, that maybe you should concentrate on your gift giving, because y'all done gave away so much pussy that the Salvation Army is looking for you guys to give you a receipt for your tax credits.
On that plummeting shit.
Oh man.
And so
Coochie credit.
Yeah, I mean, ma'am, y'all giving it away like hotcakes. Girl Scout cookies, discounting it. But anyway, let's move on. Miss Jenny, were you done, sweetheart? I want to make sure you were
Oh,
done.
I was just gonna say to wrap it all together was that those other things that she was mentioning, like about men playing games and men having childhood trauma. I mean, those things are across the board. So yeah, a man wanting husband treatment, that's specific to a man, but women have childhood trauma. I mean, these men, they had sisters. So whatever trauma they experienced from their parents, they happened to their sisters. Women are childish. They do childish things like, I think playing video games is childish, but women are childish too. And so that's not some kind of thing that's exclusive to men. And so like Embrace the Grace was saying, she was like, I'll just flip it all back on them. People are just so, prideful and so just judgmental for things that, I mean, you're no better, I mean, look at these pots talking about these kettles. It's sad.
Now, I want to, okay. So Anissa, what are your thoughts, sweetheart? And then we get Alicia right behind you. Anissa and Alyssa. Alicia, that shit confuses me. Okay, go ahead, Anissa.
I said at the top of the show that I think the ideal situation for any person, man or woman, that is single and childless is to choose someone that is single and childless. I think that's the ideal and the best situation for those individuals. I stand on that. Some of the problems that you all have with baby mamas are the same problems with some of these baby daddies. Let's just be honest. Let's be 100% honest. Some of the same things go on over there. But I think this whole show can be used as a learning tool for women. And if you don't have children, you see how the men feel about single mothers. So I would suggest that you conduct yourself accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a single mother and you have children, I would suggest you listen to the things that the men said on here tonight. The only way they would even consider a woman that's a single mother, and conduct yourself and your children accordingly.
Thank you. Now, it went further down, and I wrote this back to them because at first I was trying to be decent and in order. I said it's not. They said it's what if the roles were reversed on this list? It don't sound too good when a woman says the same thing about a man. Why she don't want a man with children, etc., financially unstable. And I said it, and this is what I said. I said it's not stupid at all. Where we go wrong is thinking that men and women are equal, that the consequences somehow are the same for a man and a woman. It's not at all it's not at all. Women control access to sex. Without her consent, it's a crime. Men control access to relationships because we ask for the hand in marriage. Allowing a man to enter with no commitments is very irresponsible, especially not protecting yourself from disease, pregnancy, etc. Who would allow an irresponsible male to do such a thing to a woman who has women's intuition and deemed the most educated? That was my response. Oh, but somebody threw the gas on the fire then. It said, then she came back, another lady came back and said the same men that get married are the same men that still cheat and still have their affairs with the same women they don't want or don't want to marry. The point I'm making, people are going to date who they want to date, and you're just an asshole. Okay. All right, so that was up on that. Let's see, I'm going down here. Oh, and then another lady came and said, I disagree with you on this one. If a man cheats, just because he's deprived of sex, he was going to cheat anyway. Let me read it again. She said, I disagree with you, BMU. If a man cheat because he's deprived of sex, he was going to cheat on you anyway. The couple should discuss why she is, she said she can't spell. The couple should discuss why she not into it. There may be a problem. Okay? So what do you guys think about that? We'll go there.
Read that last sentence again.
Yeah, she said, now I disagree with you. If a man cheat just because he's deprived of sex, he was going to cheat on you anyway. The couple should discuss why she's not into sex with him. Maybe there's a problem. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
It is a problem.
She bullshitting.
She did, but she said a whole bunch of nothing. She said a whole bunch of nothing. Once you put cheat in it, there's no integrity. Remember what I always say? Fuck yo. What I say? Embrace
Couch.
You better know
fuck your couch.
this is important.
No, fuck your loyalty.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
It's
your
all about
loyalty.
integrity.
It's about integrity.
This teamwork.
Once you start talking about cheating, you're talking about integrity, right? To do something when nobody else is looking and paying attention because it's right, because it's the righteous thing to do. When people do this whole thing of loyalty, there's always something in the mix with that shit. I'm loyal to this person because they got money or they got fame or they can do something for me. That's what loyalty is. Integrity is something that I can do because it's the righteous thing to do. There's nothing else that's holding you down other than it's right. That's why I'll keep saying what I'm saying. When they start talking about, well, if it's cheating, well, the fuck, the integrity is gone. You can say what the fuck you want to say now.
But how
they're trying to fight against you on some bullshit. At the end of the day, the man has the right to say, I don't want to be with a single mom, period. All that other bullshit they talking about, they trying to throw all these other goddamn things in there. Man, fuck all that shit.
Yeah, but BMU was just saying, listen, the real key word to what he just said was deprive. You deprive your husband of sex, you get what you deserve, period. And none of this other bullshit that you're saying matters. You know, there's no negotiation, right? Your obligation is to give me some ass from time to time, and I don't want to hear about it. Now,
but they want to add cheating in it. They want to add cheating in
but
it.
women always talk about cheating. First of all, the only comeback to them is you guys cheat more than we do.
Thank you.
It's already proved. I mean, women cheat much more than men do. If not physically, mentally, they do at least.
At
And
least
so,
a third of the kids say they've been cheating. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
real
man.
father. You know what I'm saying? That's proof.
That's why
That's
baby
DNA
mothers
proof.
have a lot more trouble in relationships than baby fathers. You know why? Because I think men, as crazy as you think we are, I think we handle our sex lives with kids a lot better than women do. I bet you if we had a statistic of women letting some ratchet ass guy into their house with their kids and putting them in danger, that probably far outweighs men who have their kids putting their kids in danger with somebody else from the outside.
Yeah,
You can't take the kids to the Motel 6, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you can't
so,
take the kids to the Motel 6.
Some people can, but when you saying it as a whole, most men, they take, when it comes down to their children, they take that shit seriously, right? They're not going to allow, like they'll be in a relationship with a woman when they have their kids living with them. As soon as there's something where that woman is showing crazy ass shit, they don't want their kids to see it. They get rid of that woman. Hey, mama, take Alicia and my other kid for a minute. I got some things I got to handle. And then get her the fuck up out of there. Kids gonna be asking what happened to her. The only thing you gonna tell them is that she's not there. 9 times out of 10, the kids gonna be like, "Yay!" Because that bitch was on some bullshit.
Now, let's get Alicia in here. Alicia, you've been waiting patiently. What are your thoughts on this riffraff?
Well, there's as far as the woman and the list about the men playing video games or not being financially secure and whatnot, that just shows that they haven't matured and learned from their mistakes because they keep making poor choices. Why is that man even on your radar at all? So take a look in the mirror. You get what you deserve.
Why are you still there? Stay right there, Alicia, because I want to read you this other part she said. She said, I just feel like everyone has their own preference. Like men say men are simps for dating single mothers. I totally feel the same way. A woman dating a man with children and multiple baby mamas, and she has no kids of her own, is also and should also be considered a simp. What are your thoughts?
I guess that's tough because that could be that's case by case. I definitely believe that being a single parent, as far as a man and a woman, they can be drastically different. I don't know. I guess that's tough. That's tough.
Now, a married woman jumped in this, guys.
Okay.
And she said,
For
I'm
what?
married. She said, I'm married and I'm never available for my husband. She said,
What?
it's the men out here, it's the married men out here who cheating on their wives that got all these children. And
She said she's never available for her husband.
Wow.
Yeah. She said she's married and she's never available.
Why?
That's okay. The work wife will be available.
She is available. Yeah.
Right.
To
Why is she
Tyrone,
married?
you know what I'm saying?
I don't
To
understand that.
Tyrone.
Well, her
While he's
sister.
going to work.
She shut her husband down. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And so, but back to what Alicia said, though.
She's
really,
choosing not to be available.
Yeah.
Sounds like that first couple.
You get what you
I
get.
would say a single woman with a guy with baby mamas is what we call what's the word? She's just like everybody else. Her decision making is bad, right? So that's what it really is. A man might be a simp, but a woman voluntarily going with a guy with 6 or 7 baby mamas, it's just like her decision making is bad. She might not be a simp, but her decision making is trash.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's the bottom line.
We heard it, Grace.
Oh, well, I had a good friend say that the most eligible man is a neglected husband. I mean, I ain't one to gossip.
I tell him who said it was me. I said,
I know. I know.
Is the mistreated husband.
Right.
Yep.
If you don't want your husband cheating, you should be on your knees as soon as he get home and making sure his balls are drained at all times.
Just think
And
about this.
Stomach full.
You think about this though. You go into a place, you sign a contract. In that contract, in that contractual agreement, right? Because Anissa, she's a businesswoman. In the contractual agreement, it states that you have certain things you have to do. Right? When a football player said, hey, he gets his bonuses if he catches this many passes, he gets more of what he's already getting. When you go into a marriage and you take a vow to say love, honor, cherish, obey, all this beautiful stuff, and then you live a spiritual or biblical or Christian marriage that says do not deprive your husband of sexual desires unless you both agree. And you go into that and you believe that, and that's what you stand on. And you want that man, you want to be in a monogamous relationship for 75 years. You should never deny your husband anything, because as soon as you deny him, as the old people would say, the enemy constructs a plan. Oh, I know how to break this family up. This man needs something from this woman. He's asking her for it. She's telling him no. Let me get old Becky with the good hair at the copy machine. I'm going to be at the red light and I'm going to let him see this woman at the red light. Or when he gets gas, everywhere he goes, I'm going to put this temptation. Let me tell you something. I'm going to be transparent with you guys. Last week, I'm in a motorcycle club. Last week, we went to this little motorcycle karaoke thing. And I walked in and I got on stage. I didn't at first. I sat back and listened. I got on stage because, I'm a pretty good singer. I got on stage and I sang. After I sung, I could have slept with 10 women that night. Let me say it again, because no. Let me tell you like I'm telling you. They don't give a fuck about your ring. They don't care about you saying you're married. None of that. And I wish I had a record. I'm gonna go buy some of those Ray-Ban glasses with the camera and the audio in it,
with the HD,
so y'all can see and hear it for yourself. I'm gonna go back. But one lady was like, "Hey, can you stand at the bathroom door and wait on me until I come out?" I said, "No, baby, I ain't gonna be able to do that." Now, what if I was a deprived man? Because I'm gonna tell you, these women didn't look like Shirley Caesar. They looked like they walked out of Caesar's palace. Listen to me. They had their boots on, their jeans on. They were snatched up. They was really nice. They was wonderful.
ready to scoop, boot, and boogie.
Oh, a bunch of demons. Full of demons. And but that's the point I'm making. Now imagine men who are husbands who are deprived, and those women in there rubbing their nails down your elbow, or hugging you from the back and you don't even know them. Kapowie, But then women complain. That motherfucker cheated on me. I did all I could do. No, you didn't, because you fucked him in May. You didn't fuck him again until July. Right? You gave him some on his birthday as a courtesy. You didn't do nothing.
Some of that hot tour.
What? And right
Gave him
now,
some lazy head. Gave him lazy head.
Right, and there's a scarcity in head today. I heard a group of men on Facebook. What's the name of the damn podcast? They were talking about head. Men are saying that there's a scare. Women, they want to have sex, most of them, but when it comes to head and stuff like that, all the extracurricular activities and doing all the extra shit, they're not about that no more. They don't want to do it.
Wait, do you talk about married? It's got to be married, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, and they got to be older, and they got to be a little bit older, because these motherfuckers right now in this young generation, they putting their mouth on everything.
Yes, they are. I love it.
They doing it all, boy, and it's crazy.
I love my post 9/11 women.
It's nasty though, because right now when you look at Atlanta, Houston, Philadelphia, Chicago, Detroit, STIs and goddamn sexual transmitted diseases are up. That shit is over 50% of the population. So somebody doing something with somebody. The married men ain't getting it, but that side nigga is. They putting their mouth on something.
But you know what though, JT, I'm gonna say this, Alicia, I'm gonna let you preach as long as you want to. I just need to say this because this gonna fuck the whole panel up.
Take it, you right behind.
Okay, it's gonna fuck the whole panel up. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with my brother, and my brother said, "You know, one thing I don't understand." He said, "My brother-in-law is married. His brother-in-law is married," and he said his brother-in-law said, "You know what? My wife is real shiesty with the sex and." He said, but before I got with my wife, I heard some stories. I heard some things. I heard my wife was very promiscuous. And he asked himself a question, and which just blew my mind. I had to bring this to y'all. He said, why would a man have to work 10 times harder for something another man got for a beer and some chips and queso? Let me and it paused me for a second, because if you really think about it, that's some real shit. Imagine your woman. No, don't do it, because I want no men to delete themselves tonight. Just hypothetically speaking, imagine your woman is very promiscuous before she got with you, throwing that pussy from the free throw line. Boop, 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 boop. You get some pussy. You get some pussy, right? And you find out that she didn't just gave that pussy to everybody, and they ain't have to do nothing for it. All they had to do was show up at night to our house at our apartment, not blow her back out, get back in their car and leave. He ain't have to date her. He ain't have to pour into her. He ain't have to read her scripture. He ain't have to sit up at night and hold her tight. He ain't have to hold her. He ain't have to do all like this shit our pain be talking about. Pour into your wife. No.
Mentally, physically, spiritually. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. He ain't have to take her to church. He ain't have to pray with her. He ain't have to journal with her. He ain't have to sit down and do nothing. All you had to do is show up to the apartment, blow her back out. Then she found another one to blow her back out. Then when she get with you, how much you making? We need more money in the house. Why you not paying these bills? I need you to do this and this. The reason that I don't give you, the reason my pussy don't get wet, because I don't feel like you pouring into me. I don't feel like you giving me what I need to feel like a woman. But the nigga 5 years ago before I met you took you to get some chips and queso, bought you a Chinese plate, and you gave him some head in the back seat of the car. You fucked him in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, that shit will make you.
D.L. Hughley said this joke, and I'm gonna land my plane. D.L. Hughley said his wife started saying the same shit that our pain was talking about. Why don't you pour into me? He said, baby, listen, just be the hoe you used to be before we got together.
and everything gonna be all right.
Exactly. Wow.
Yeah. I'm telling you, just think about it. Don't nobody
you got to follow that.
I'm not responsible for any man jumping out that car on the interstate tonight. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm a born again virgin.
Okay. Well, gentlemen,
Professor?
I like your
born again virgin
for someone said, they're in a relationship, and let's say, marriage, and the man or the woman, they can't be intimate for whatever reason. Let's say there's a sickness or something of that nature. What do you think, gentlemen?
She should go to the doctor and get that fixed.
So she can't be intimate because there's a sickness?
Yeah, some things. It could be anything, but
can we get a side chick?
She or he.
You should go to the doctor and get that fixed.
You hear what I said?
You know what I'm saying? There's a problem. You don't walk around with your toes missing. They falling off. You go to the doctor and say, "Hey, look, my toes missing." So going back home.
We have marriage.
You don't walk around saying, "Hey, here are my toes in the jelly jar." You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like having sex tonight. You go back to the doctor and you get that fixed. We gotta stop making excuses, man.
They take vows, for better or worse, sickness and health and whatnot. Unless something happens, there's some type of accident. This is rare, but some type of accident, and that person can never be intimate again.
Does his tongue work?
Hold on, listen, I got something for you. Hold on tight. Hold on to your seat. We did a show about 4 months ago. Remember this Lost in Translation, JT, y'all? About 4 months ago, we did a show. A man's wife got T-boned at an intersection.
Yeah.
She was paralyzed from neck down. He had to bathe her every day. She lost her memory. She was paralyzed. She was paraplegic. She's out of there. Can't move nothing. The doctor told him, in order for her to have a lot of more brain activity, give her more memories, old pictures, things of that nature. He went into her phone to get more pictures, to show her pictures of them and stuff traveling. So he's showing her. But he came across some dick pics that wasn't his dick. He came across some text message. In the text message, he found out that she was on her way to see him when she got T-boned.
Did you hear what I said?
Mm-hmm.
And he did a whole video crying in the backyard. Saying, I've been bathing this woman, I've been taking care of this woman, I don't seek other women, I've been taking care of her, and she can't do anything for herself. And the reason that she's like this because she was on her way to be with her side nigga.
Take heed, is that true?
These hoes ain't loyal.
Man, listen to me. Listen. What you say? They what? They ain't, no, don't worry about it. I'd rather a preacher say it.
These hoes ain't loyal.
I mean, listen, because
on her way,
man, on her way to get that meat, another truck T-boned and put her to sleep. And now she's sitting in the bed and all she hears is a beat.
But you still answer a question though.
If it was me though, I'll ask the question. But if it was me, I'm thinking that I'm just gonna roll her outside. I'm gonna call.
Don't say it.
Okay.
You gotta let him finish some stories, man.
That sounds like a reverse Tyler Perry movie. Got in the bathtub, just laying in the water, bubbling, and can't.
I disagree. I disagree with all of y'all on the panel. I disagree with all of y'all.
Put some hot grits on her.
Why you disagree, Teggy?
I disagree with all of y'all. Because a man can be deprived, a married man can be deprived of not getting that punani, okay? And he will not cheat, okay?
That's true.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Bullshit.
Well, we got our
my husband wouldn't.
No, that's absolutely, that is absolutely true.
Yes. Now, he could go 2 to 3 years without fucking, and he won't cheat. He won't. You want to know why?
He did.
Because he's trying to hold that. He's trying to hold that family together. That's why. And then I'm gonna share something else with you. I deprived my husband too.
Yes,
I do.
Yeah, right.
No,
You wanna know why?
Why?
We ain't fucked this morning, but we did last night. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. Okay,
These are
that's
important.
the problem.
These are very important discussions.
Listen, I have a problem with y'all. Everything y'all set up here ain't shit, okay? It ain't shit, okay? So me can be deprived and still be able to go to work. Because my husband left for work this morning smiling. Okay, he left to work this morning smiling.
Hey, with your character though, you ain't going no 3 years without no wood. Now you can stop the cat.
Now listen, now that's listen.
Oh,
Not no Scorpio.
But hold on, y'all.
She going on 3 days.
That is a very, but it's very.
The problem is that I love my husband. I love touching him. My husband looks good to me, so I'm not going to go like I'm not doing that shit. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those women. We gonna be in separate rooms and all that stuff. I'm not one of those. But for y'all who do that, may God punish all of y'all who do that nonsense to your husband. Okay, because that is abandonment. Okay. And that is grounds for divorce. If you don't give up that ass, okay, if you don't give up that ass on a regular, okay, be friendly with the pussy with your husband. Be friendly with the pussy with your husband. If you don't give it on a regular, okay, don't be laughing at me, Leslie. If you don't give it on a regular, okay, you deserve to go to hell. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't care if you Christian and everything. Okay, I don't care. And also give your husband head. He deserves head on a regular.
So if the pussy ain't your main course, go get a divorce.
Okay.
Hold on. Because Alicia said something. Alicia says something. You silly as fuck. Alicia says something that's very important though, and believe it or not, there's a lot of things that goes on in a lot of these households where there is a circumstance, right? Where what if that is to the point where they're not able to be sexually
yes. Embrace, you have a erectile dysfunction show coming up. Yeah. I think these are important discussions to be had before you get married. If something like that were to happen,
what happens?
Are you going to stick it to the doctor?
Right. So if you're married, for better or worse, rich or poor, sickness and health, it's a death process, right? How can you even look yourself in the mirror if you don't go towards those vows to the person that you're with? How do you do that? That's actually something that's deep. That's something that we have to come.
You better pull out that Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Did you hear what I said?
And take your ass down to the doctor. That's what insurance is for.
The doctors say that. The doctors say, "Hold on."
Complicated.
No. It's because it is. Let me tell you why. What I'm saying. There's a lot of people that are in marriages where they can't do it anymore. For some odd reason, people don't think we get old. For some odd reason, people don't understand.
But JT,
this is what I'm saying, y'all.
Listen, I would believe you. JT, I would believe you, but the old folks is getting it in at the Shady Acres.
I'm not talking about just being old, folks.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm not saying just being old, folks. This is what I'm saying. Because we probably do need to do a show on this. There are a whole lot of families where they're not able. I don't give a damn what you're trying to do. You have a man that will sit back and take care of his wife until she dies. You have a woman that will sit back and take care of her husband until he dies. And they're not able to do that whole sex thing.
Yeah.
It's not there. There's a lot of marriages that's like that. So what do you do with your vows? Do you throw that shit in the garbage? Do you edit that motherfucking shit? Do you put an addendum to it? What do you do?
No. Somebody answer that though. You made it.
When it said you don't throw away the vows, you keep the vows. I'm talking
I can't hear everybody. One mic.
Yeah, I'm talking about women who intentionally,
right?
Who keep intentionally, like if she's sick, okay, you can't go up and fuck a corpse. But what I'm saying is intentionally saying, I'm not giving him no ass. I don't feel like
we're not talking about intentions though, BM. We're talking about the situation where JT laid out this thing, and so did Alicia when she said, "What happens if you can't do it And I'm saying, I don't understand a scenario where you can't find something to do. Right? I mean, if a man's Johnson don't get hard no more, right? You got to get creative.
Or get
You
Roman.
gotta get creative. Maybe if it doesn't satisfy your wife, that's a different story, right? So that's one thing. That's one thing. But if a woman can't do it some more, that's a man. Her situation has to be
definitely. I'm gonna do this on this shit. Evidently, y'all ain't heard the dudes that I heard.
JT, we understand. Listen, we understand the 80-year-old people. They didn't do
Nah, fuck that. Let me tell you what's happening right now, boss. Hold on. And I'm gonna let y'all have it.
JT, I'm talking about the people that's 30 and 40 years old.
So
I don't want to.
Let me give it to you right quick, and then I'll let you have it. If you guys ain't understanding what's happening right now with the guys that's 50, 45, and 50 years old, they dropping dead, right? Yeah. But before they're dropping dead, they're impotent. These guys, they got Reno, they got fucking what's that? High blood pressure to the point where it's hypertension, and what's the other shit that goes after is hypertension? They got heart problems. Let's just go with that. They got kidney problems. They got heart problems. This is a big thing. They got heart problems, kidney problems, and these guys are impotent.
And they will not get help. A lot
of them.
They will not get help.
That's because they haven't gone to the doctor.
Right. But listen what I'm saying. But it's an issue, right? It's an issue.
It can be fixed.
What I'm saying though, no, I get what you're saying, Lost. What I'm saying though, but it's an issue right now that we're not talking about. It's at a point where these guys are in their 50s. Dick ain't working. Why? First problem is because they got heart problems. Second problem is that they got Reno. It is. Once they start taking medicine and shit like this, that shit is done. This is the reason why, and they're not talking about it. They ain't talking about it. I'm seeing motherfuckers just my class of 91. I done had in the past 6 years at least 30 people drop dead. And everybody keeps saying that they were fine. No, they wasn't. They didn't go to the fucking doctor, right?
Exactly.
They dropped dead. Right. Now, hold on. Before they dropped dead, guess what they was having problems with? Fucking.
10 years before they passed.
Well, hold on, but we're talking about, look at the age group you gave. You said 45. It's 28-year-old women right now saying you ain't getting no pussy. 33-year-old women saying no, I don't want to fuck unless you got $100.
Do you know how fast you gonna get to 50, black man? Do you understand how fast it's about to be for your ass to be to 50? Translation, you already there. Our pain is already past that.
He's 70.
Okay, so I don't know how old you is, but it don't take long for you to get to that motherfucker. 45 years old, these niggas is not fucking. I'm telling you.
Here's my thing. JT, there's no excuse for you as a man not to go get a checkup. I'm sorry.
I agree.
I don't care who you are. You get vacation days, you get sick days. Go to the doctor, make your health a priority. My thing is this: before you start complaining about sex, go get your heart fixed first. Get your blood work done, all of that stuff. Check your kidneys. Don't even worry about sex right now. Get your body right. You see what I'm saying? Get in the gym. Like Mr. Bennett would say, take care of your health, man. Don't worry about this other stuff. But my whole thing is this: if you have a wife that makes your life a little easier, you should have these problems.
But they do. That's my problem. My problem is this. These motherfuckers do.
If you have a wife that's not forcing you to go to the doctor, you don't have a wife. You got a roommate. You
hear what I said?
Most wives will make their husband go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Am I not right, Tinky?
You know why people keep asking me why right. So you know why people keep asking me, and I'm talking about this is in real life on earth, where motherfuckers be like, you 51. You know why they keep saying it? Because you got 38-year-olds that can't fuck. You got 40-year-olds that can't fuck. Let me tell you the reason why. Popeyes.
Yep.
Motherfucking McDonald's.
I didn't want to say it.
It's so much that's happening, and I understand, bro. Let me tell you what I'm telling you, bro. You got way more women that should be complaining that are not complaining. We be on these YouTube streets and these motherfuckers be talking, but I'm understanding what's happening right now. You have a lot of women that are complaining to their girlfriends that they man won't fuck them.
That's because
they're in their 30s and 40s.
That's because they don't care enough about their men to take them to the doctor.
Hear what I said?
That's all I'm saying, man.
Well, they got somebody else knocking it out.
Listen, you don't get to complain about your man's floppy dick if you ain't take him to the doctor.
Hear what I
Can we
said?
talk about this on Thursday?
You don't get to complain. No, we're not waiting to Thursday. You don't get to complain about bad sex if you ain't scheduled that man to go to the doctor.
Hear what I said?
That's all I'm saying. What
I
kind of
agree
man?
with it.
What type of world do we live in where these women ain't on their job doing what they supposed to be doing in their role to make sure everybody's health is right, and you complaining about what you ain't getting?
Hear what I
That ain't the
said?
most selfish shit I ever heard in my entire life. JT, we gotta stop the bullshit. You hear me?
Ladies,
we gotta stop the bullshit today. We gotta stop it, man.
Let me tell you what my wife just told
Energy
me.
drinks.
She said,
Donna Ryan Walker said it. Energy drinks is fucking
ladies.
up, man.
hold on, JT. Hold on, watch this. My
Ladies,
wife just told me the other day. She said, I already got your insurance card and I'm set your appointment for your colonoscopy. I said, what the fuck? She said, yeah.
I just took mine. I'm not my colonoscopy.
It's next Thursday. I said, damn. She said, I already took care of it. Make sure you take off next Thursday.
Yes. Yes. My daughters did the same thing with me. It wasn't my colonoscopy because I already had that, but it was my what you call it, the shit with your prostate, right? They was like, you need it, and I would every day in the morning time all the way. If I did not make that appointment, my kids was on my ass when it came down to it. So at the end of the day, I just went. I'm like, I'll do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be at the point where I wake up dead. I just don't want that right now. I got shit to do.
Well, that ain't gonna
But what we're talking about is,
I'm gonna say, ladies, if your man can't get it up, if your man has high blood pressure, give me a call. I take care of it all. I got you. Just holler at me. I'll make sure that kitty start purring again. And so give me a call. Because this fat 42-year-old dick still rise, and if it ain't rising, I got blue pills, yellow pills, green pills. Don't matter. I will make sure you taken care of, baby. The tongue still works too.
Yes, ma'am.
You shared that you had to trick your husband to go into the doctor.
Yes. I tricked
out there
him.
like that. No matter what you do, they will not take care of themselves.
Yeah, but you know why though? Because most men, and I watched my grandfather do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Never want to go to my grandmother. You got to go. You got to go. We got to go. We got to go. But I'm sitting here reading right now, guys. It says 73% of men pay for insurance, health insurance they never use.
Yes,
That's true.
I'm probably one of them.
That's not 3%.
I got all kind of health insurance, but I'm a veteran, so you know what I'm saying. And you're right. That's why when it comes down to it, we do have to and embrace it. She's already in embrace. I do gotta get with you on that because this month is
that's right.
Men's health. Is Men's health month. So we have to deal with that because at the end of the day, we can't compete, man. How the fuck you gonna be 51 years old trying to compete if you out here still dating with a fucking 21-year-old? It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
They have a study. Yeah, I know they have a study out that the doctor was saying that men are supposed to have sex 21 days a month to prevent prostate cancer.
That's a lot of fucking.
I'm telling you.
That's why niggas dropping dead.
I'm good to go.
So I want to share this little tidbit with y'all. I believe a lot of the reasons why we have problems with men is because they're not sexually getting healed. That plays a part.
Didn't Marvin Gaye come out with that?
I got Marvin Gaye playing all the time.
It plays a part, but we always miss that part. A lot of men that are say 30 or 40 years old, they're not sexually active, they can't get it up. You want to know why that usually happens? Because they're not getting it. They're not getting it.
You don't use it, you lose it.
There's not a desire. Sometimes we don't play into that because the psyche messes with a man. Yeah. If you don't be enticing to your husband, if you don't tease him. Also, another thing too, if every time he's asking for you to make love to him and you shut him down, this is what happens. This is what happens as well. And now, yes, it's a medical thing as well. It's a medical issue, but also it's a mindset issue because he's sitting up there like, I'm hard as a rock. She can't never touch me. What the hell? So he'll just shut down and say, forget that mess, instead of us being more inviting. So when he tap you on the shoulder, you got to tell him, baby, come get this pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's what you got to do.
And that can create,
So this is the problem that we miss. We miss this too. So and then some marriages, they don't have any affection. They don't have any intimacy at all. You know, one doctor was saying that every morning a husband and wife should do a 6-second kiss. That means what it does is if you kiss your husband 6 seconds long every day, this is what he said, 6 seconds in the morning, he said you add 4 years onto their life. Now, I tried this on my husband. He was laughing. He was laughing. And this is what he's going to tell me. He's going to tell me we kiss longer than 6 seconds. I said, I know, because it always leads somewhere. But this is just the 6 minute in the morning, okay? Before you go to work. And he's going to tell me this is not going to go well for us. Let's just try something else. Maybe when I
do something else.
Try something else. It's not going to work out because I got to go outside this door. So that's why I'm telling y'all, for y'all that it's going to work out for y'all, it's not going to work out for me the way I want to. It's going to go left. So now what you do is do that 6 second kiss and whatever else you trying to do, try to do it longer. Okay. Try to do it longer.
Wake up.
Something. Okay. This is the problem too with our brothers going through so much because there's not enough love making. All these problems in the world, there's not enough love making. Even in marriages as well. This is the problem. And listen, I know y'all like take heat always talking about pussy, but I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
I'm telling the truth.
I got a question for the panel.
That girl good.
I got a question for the panel real quick. 3, I think. What group of men out of every ethnicity has the highest divorce rate?
Black men.
Great, good answer. Who has the most sexless marriages? What group of men?
Black men.
White men.
The study shows 21 days of sex a month prevents prostate cancer, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What group of men lead in prostate cancer deaths a year?
Black men.
Black men.
Ain't this a bitch? It says twice as more than white people, 5 times more than the Hispanic men, 10 times more than Asian men. Dude.
Okay.
Sorry, black man.
Now, listen, that's because black people eat a lot of bullshit more than everybody else too. It's not just
man. White folks
That's not a good. That's not scientific at all. I hear you, but I hear you. But you can't tell me that white men gotta lead in everything, not getting no ass from their wives. Man, they shut them motherfuckers down after they say I do.
Becky. I dated a lot of. I dated a few white women. They ain't never shut me down. That's what my
he was saying as far as when you hear someone that's complaining about not getting no sex, normally it will be a white man that's talking about not getting no sex from his wife.
People absolutely. The statistics do not show that at all.
No, it is. So it's not just demographically, but I can tell you right now, there's a lot of white men that are in sexless marriages. You know why? because those white women that they were that they were married to are fucking men on the outside, whether it's black men or other white men. They are doing that shit, and they don't have no desire to be fucking this dude with them goddamn loafers on, and this motherfucker got to sleep with a goddamn CPAP on and all that crazy ass shit. So it's definitely white men are leading. Now let me tell you something, black man. What I experienced when it come down to this prostate shit, these doctors, they on this shit. I had a doctor that told me that no, they just want you to get your prostate checked by the time that you're 45, 50, but we still don't know. So let's do some blood tests first, and then we'll go from there. Wow. You will have them motherfuckers arguing back and forth. I don't want us to sit there and play with your penny when I don't have to, when all I got to do is do the blood test. You got doctors that say that, but then you also have doctors that's also saying that, no, by the time you're 45, you need to get that shit done. So they don't even know. They have no idea of what is causing men, especially black men, to have prostate cancer at the rate that they're having it. They still don't know.
I think black men just summed it up pretty well.
Hold on, this one. Just give me just a sec, because I'm reading. I got the right. It pulled up right here. At the National Institute of Cancer, it said the study shows 30,000 health professionals and doctors have determined a factual thing. The risk of prostate cancer reduces by 43% for men who ejaculate 21 times or more a month.
30,000 agree.
Where you at?
Well, listen, problem is motherfucking solved. Yo, when you ain't got no real coochie right there, Pornhub it is.
Yeah, but look what he said.
They just ain't arguing over no black man's prostate.
You could take care of the 21 shit yourself.
Right.
Yeah, but if I'm paying these bills, man,
I'm not saying do it.
It's not the same, Arpain.
No, all our parents say is that there's a remedy. There's an instant remedy.
Ass piece of pussy. You the same one talking like that.
Wait, what are you saying was that?
Were there any studies about?
Listen, I didn't say not have your
One of
woman.
the things any man has ever done is turn down a nice piece of willing, steaming ass piece of pussy.
My God.
Were there any studies relating to a woman's orgasm?
Okay, let me
Let me see.
As far as their health,
You just gotta have friendly pussy.
Baby, let me explain something to you.
That's the roses.
Listen, let me explain something to you. They not dying to the magnitude that we are. Okay, the providers are on the clock. Let's get them fixed first. Okay, let's do that.
But
we
the
got
orgasm is
evidence
just in the mind anyway.
We got evidence of men dying because they're not having sex. There's no
We
evidence
haven't-
of women. There's no evidence of women dying of not having sex.
No, they're dying because they are having sex, but they're having sex the wrong way. They're having sex with dirty dicks. They're having sex with dirty ass toys. They're having sex because this is what's going on with a lot of women. Now, understand this also. Anal cancer has risen tremendously.
What?
Say what?
For women and gay men. So it's not so the issues we have together, we don't have black men and black women. It's not because of the same things. That's what Lost was just saying. It's the total opposite with women.
Hold on, wait a minute.
He got his bag.
You guys read, man.
This is on CNN. I swear to God, CNN.
They just said it. Yeah.
Web doctor education on CNN. This is what it says for the women, because I looked it up because Alicia asked me to. Well, she's asked about it. It says here for women now. Y'all get ready for this. Women who perform the act of fellatio and swallow semen on a regular basis 2 to 3 times a week, it can reduce breast cancer up to 32%.
It's like a 2008 study, right, BMU? I remember reading that. It's like a 2008 study, right?
Yes, sir.
So less nagging and more gagging.
No.
Not with a dirty dick, though. You can't get it to every man.
No.
Of course not.
case. Now, what I said earlier in the show. Today, women have a problem with giving men what?
Fellatio.
Fellatio. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. So they're not doing none of this shit then, because listen, when you look at the demographic as far as the age, right? You would have men complaining that a woman would give them a blowjob before they give them a kiss on the lips.
Yep.
So we you know what I'm saying? So it's damn. So guys are just being deprived all the way around then, right?
No,
Yep.
no, married men are being deprived.
Married. There you go, Professor. No doubt.
Yeah, it's married niggas. I ain't 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
See, there go them damn stats and facts again.
Both parties need to remain desirable. Both parties need to remain in the best health possible. That will solve everything.
Dr. Helena Schiff.
Yes, I agree.
Only one regular occurrence where chances be reduced. So I encourage all women out there to make fellatio an important part of your daily routine.
See, it's a fucked up message to give.
No, it's not.
Let me tell you why I'm saying that. No, hold on. Let me tell you why I say it's not. That it is.
Lit said, no, it's not.
JT, let me help you out. Let that thing breathe, man. Let it breathe, man. Let it breathe.
You know I love you, right?
That's a win-win for everybody. Okay.
It is not. If you licking on, listen what I'm telling you. If you licking men, if you licking on strange cootie cat, you have a high chance of getting something in your throat caught that you can't get rid of. Women, if you're just giving fellatio to strange niggas that you met because he took you to a fucking steak place that you liked, you are going to get something in your throat that you can't get rid of. I'm telling you, we have to be indiscriminate.
We talk about single folks, or we talking about married folks?
See, this is where we get the message fucked up at. That's why I was saying.
We do things the right way over here. We do things the right way. We don't try to cheat the system. All that single business. You know what I'm saying?
It's more single motherfuckers than it is married. Let me tell you that. And you get that message to all these motherfuckers. You get one message to everybody. You got way more single motherfuckers that's out here right now. And if you telling them something like that, and you do not have some type of shit where you tell them, motherfuckers got girlfriends and boyfriends, bro. Let's keep it 100. Ain't nobody walking around this motherfucker with a husband or a wife. Come on, man. Let's keep it 100.
I don't understand that.
But that's you, take heed. I'm talking about the people we're giving the message to. Look how many people we have as an audience right now, and how many people that's going to be watching this shit in the morning time. Please understand that.
But JT, you know what else they got? They got that thing in their throat too. You know what I'm saying? That's their problem. Going from flower to flower, getting the
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And these strange penises and strange punanis.
That's why we promote marriage, a monogamous, enclosed relationship without no cheating and outside participation. Now, the message stands on its own inside of marriage. Now, if you want to change the rules of the game, be my guest. But there are consequences.
That's what I'm saying. That there's consequences. Now, at the end of the day, these are the things that you have to actually tell the motherfuckers that's out here. Because listen, if you
when you just tell them, JT, get married and have all the fun you can.
No, but listen,
my bad.
Right now, if you ain't getting no third grade pictures of who that motherfucker is, if you not getting no motherfucking doctor's reports and shit like that, your ass is in a lot of fucking trouble. All you got to do is read the stats of the STIs. All you got to do is read the stats of bro. We got over. We up here at the 50%. This shit is crazy to the motherfucker.
But you know, JT,
married motherfuckers are trying to be boyfriends and girlfriends.
JT, listen, you get to choose.
Until she get
listen, you get to choose on what side of 50% you want to be on. All you got to do is get married, get tested. Both of y'all come clear. Y'all lock in. Go down to the courthouse and go ahead and make that thing do what it do.
Tell you what to do.
Go out there and ride out. You know what I'm saying? Get your toes sealed up.
All right, I'm all right. Is that the truth?
You get to choose what 50% you want to be on. Real talk.
She gonna go to the doctor, and if she all right, I'm all right.
Exactly.
That's what a lot of these cats is doing.
And I apologize. I
Preach,
apologize, audience, because
JT.
I'm an Old Testament man. So Solomon's my favorite guy. So I think he had like 1,000 wives. So and I'm single. So I apologize. So I still get head on a regular from random women, just Netflixing. So I apologize. I need to get better. When I get married, I will definitely be in a sexless marriage, like everybody else. So my bad.
Sexless marriage like everybody else. Yeah, I hear you, brother.
Listen, you can't be in a sexless marriage if you listen to Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing on a regular. if you know how to, you can't.
You know what? Next time we have a family get together, I'm gonna take my phone out, I'm gonna hit the record button, and I'm gonna walk up to my group of uncles that's just standing there talking and shooting the shit. I'm gonna say, boy, y'all looking good tonight. All y'all wives gonna give y'all some ass tonight. They in unison, them motherfuckers gonna say together, shit.
Who?
That's so sad. That's sad.
I'm telling you.
Hey, I know my uncle went 17 years without getting done. He had to get a side chick. And my aunt was mad he had a 17-year-old son somewhere. I'm like, nigga, you didn't give him no ass for 17 years. What you expect?
Well,
Hey, Professor, how old are you, man?
I am the ripe old age of 42.
Okay, 42. Black man, what you 39, 40?
And I still date 22-year-olds.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Post 9/11.
I feel bad for y'all that all these stories that y'all have going on. I feel bad for y'all. Okay, but I want to share something with y'all before I go. Okay. I just want to say my heart goes out to y'all who don't get pussy on a regular. I'm sorry. For my sisters who don't do the right thing from every color, okay? I apologize for you, okay? But that's not my motherfucking problem. I do my job as a wife, okay?
Right, she gonna
my job, okay? I handle my shit. I do my job, okay? Okay, I'm about to go do my job right now. Okay, I like my job. I just want you to know that I like my job. Okay, I don't have to be thinking about nobody else. Okay,
what about your king with no prostate issues?
Right, he gonna live to the ripe old age of 150.
I like my job, but I want to let y'all know I'm sorry for y'all who going through that shit. But listen. That's why I tell women on my channel, be friendly with your pussy to your husband. This is what I tell these women. Now, if they don't listen, that's not my problem. But I gotta go. Yeah. My husband, I had went upstairs just for a little bit, and that's why it took me so long that first time. Because he wouldn't let me go out the room. That's right. I gotta go.
And he said, baby, you just got friendly pussy.
And I tried to stay as long as I could. I was trying to stay to closing. But I gotta go because y'all talking about my issue. Okay,
girl, don't get in trouble because of
that. I gotta go. Everybody have a good night. Okay.
All right, take myself, man. Love you, girl.
All right, guys. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap this thing up anyway. This was a great conversation, man. You guys are crazy as hell. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia, I'll need to Sunday. Okay, so Alicia, I'm gonna go with you first. Y'all have a show Thursday, Grown Ass Women, which is doing amazing. You guys are doing a great job. And then on this Sunday, we're gonna have a gaming show hosted by Alicia as well. So tell us about that, Alicia.
Oh goodness! Oh, I'm so excited. Well, it's a family-friendly game, trivia with challenges, and you compete for cash. I'm trying to compose myself. I'm so excited. This is my baby, y'all. I've been working on it for a long time. The main focus is to strengthen relationships, whether it be with your family, your partner, whoever. Strengthen relationships, friendships, and I'm hoping to get to the point where I can provide a substantial income for those who are committed to playing. And I need contestants. I need contestants to play. Oh gosh, I'm so nervous right now. Well, I invite you all to play, and like I say, it's family friendly. So if you have someone in your household, or a date or whatever, to join and have some fun and learn something new about the world and about each other, let's do it. Let's do it.
So you need couples to come on, or single people? What kind of people? They have to be couples.
It can be individuals. It can be couples. It can be whole families. You have a football team on your team. I mean, whatever you like.
All right. And the title of you guys' show on Thursday, what is it?
It is, do husbands really require respect?
Oh.
Do husbands really require respect?
That's dope.
I'm working on it.
Really good one. All right. Well, thank you so much, Alicia. Professor, what's going on, man? You got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Oh, great panel. Great topic tonight. I definitely enjoyed the discussion. I definitely appreciate you guys for having me on. You guys are great. I always like to give shout outs to my men of class. That's confidence, loyalty, assertiveness, ambition, strategic, and strong, as well as my woman of grace. That's gentle, resilient, attractive, compassionate, and elegant. So I would like to give those shout outs to those two classes. But again, I just enjoyed the opportunity to be out here and have a conversation with you guys. Great conversation.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for being here, brother.
Yes, sir.
Arpane, what are your final thoughts? Very brief, sir.
You know what, man?
Give no love.
You know what I'm saying, man?
We got that shit on deck.
Mayday!
We got it on for your ass.
We got it for your ass. Come on.
We just heard JT, man, sitting up here, man, give us a whole soliloquy doing Shakespeare and shit. And
I'm younger than you. Don't worry about it.
It was a good night, man.
Still getting sex.
Conversation and all that kind of stuff. I was glad to be up here. That's all.
All right.
Shout your shit out, man. You on the goddamn network. What are you doing?
Thank you so much, Arpane. Appreciate it. JT, any final thoughts?
Well, fuck it. I shout my shit out.
Yeah, you got
all night.
Tomorrow.
9:45 Eastern, man. JT, I'm going to I did a show on it about a year ago, and I'm gonna do another show on it tomorrow about the Vanishing Family. 1986. There was a documentary that was done on it, and I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna have a panel on it. After I do for about an hour, I will have a panel up on it from that 1986 to present. And we're going to be talking about the effects that we have in America when it comes down to families and where we are right now. Are we better? Are we worse? What's the origin and all these different things. But I definitely want to get a different perspective on it. A year ago, probably 2 years ago, I don't know. Black Man, do you remember when I did that show? Because you came on, and we had a couple of guys that came on and gave their perspective. But we have a different a set of people, and I want to see you guys' thoughts on what you see from 1986 to now. Because I got it, I do the Kendra G, Pop the Balloon, I do all that shit also. But tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be doing that 1986, The Vanishing Family, and I'll be doing a look on that.
What time would that be?
9:45 Eastern.
Thank you.
8:45 Central.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, man. Embrace the grace.
Good show. We always end up off the rails at the end towards the end of the show, but it's always good. It's always good stuff. You guys know you can find me on Monday Night Mayhems on the Black Man Unfiltered, Tuesday nights here on the panel, Thursday nights. Alicia put it out there for me. I am talking about the importance of knowing your man and ED. Men need to know and women need to know. So come check it out. I know we're going against each other, Alicia, but it's all good. Friendly competition keeps the juices flowing. So, guys, come check it out. Thank you for having me tonight. It was a good conversation. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So whatever bullshit women be talking about men, y'all just turn a mirror on them and put it right back on their ass, because they got a lot going on too. We all, both men and women, we all got to get our shit together and embrace ourselves to become better versions of ourselves. So with that being said, y'all have a good night. Don't forget, less nagging and more gagging, okay?
Absolutely. And you know what? I want to kick a shout out to the WNBA. I really want to say this rookie class is really they're bringing sex. And I mean that in the most positive way. I think last year's WNBA when they did the what you call it?
Swimsuit?
No,
The
when
draft.
the draft.
The draft, yeah.
90% of those girls were in three-piece suits. And so since
That shit look goofy as fuck too.
Yeah, it was a truck full of bull daggers. But this year they got all these girls coming out. I mean, what's the girl from Las Vegas, the Asia Wilson? And
Yes, yeah.
Angel Reese and
Yes,
there's
Lord.
a few other girls. Man,
Angel
the way
Reese.
they coming to the games with their hair flowing and nice little skirt.
That's
Man,
all done purposely.
Man, they
Bringing sex appeal to the game because it was too rainbow.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm glad that they did that because now more people are watching. A lot of the younger men are watching because my son said, "Dad, oh, Angel Reese playing tonight. I'm gonna go watch it." I said, "Okay, go watch it." He's, he love it. He love it. He's looking at the camera like, "Damn." But I think that it's more eyes on the game because of that. Don't nobody want to see these girls score basketball and then they talk about, "Yeah, nigga." That's just
Right. You're right.
Angel Reese, the only one to make me Morris. I'm trying to tell you.
Mars.
that damn Asia Wilson ain't no joke though, and that Skylar Diggins ain't no joke either. Shit, I don't know why she ain't been on the map.
Did you see what she said about her pussy?
Yeah, I heard her.
Ooh, yes,
She
Lord.
said it on camera. What did she say? What did she say? I'm trying to remember what she said.
She said my pussy hurt. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
so they had a mic up, and I guess she forgot she was mic'd up.
All
And she
right.
was on
no.
the other team, and she was like, "My pussy hurt." She said, "Girl, I've been putting this." She said, "I've been putting this pussy on that nigga," and she said, "Shit, I'm barely made the game. My pussy hurting."
God damn.
Oh, I thought that was so embarrassing.
Man, this is a new breed right here,
Yeah,
buddy.
they had her mic'd up, bro. And I guess
She didn't know she was mic'd up though, so
yeah.
I could.
No.
She get a pass.
Wow. Let that slide for Ray. Just like,
But
We let that slide.
now, keep in
welcome
mind,
to
this
the
is
new
the same
WNBA.
girl.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at that
Keep
pussy.
in mind, this the same girl that Jay-Z bought a $150,000 Mercedes for when she got drafted.
Yeah, that's an investment.
And she bad. Oh no, Jay-Z hit that. I don't give a damn nobody say.
100%.
Oh, as far as
Yeah.
Skylar Diggins
Come
is,
on,
oh yeah,
man.
he definitely got that for sure. He said, "Beyonce, I'll be back. I gotta go somewhere
I got to do something. I got to see a man by the horse.
for sure."
And she don't play. And she don't play basketball. But if you can find Chandler Hayden from Alabama, yes, Lord. The only
What's
one
the
to make
tall
me
girl that
Morris.
played for Chicago Sky? She from Brazil
Oh shoot!
with the
Which
red
one?
hair. Oh, the black girl with the red hair. Oh shit.
Oh, the one that played at South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. She ain't no Angel Reese, dog. I can tell you that.
Yeah, she's not Reese.
And she ain't no Cameron Brink. And yes.
See, that's how you know the WNBA coming because y'all trying to remember these folk names when back in the day you probably wouldn't even care.
Hell no, you be like the tall one, the
Well, I was a
6'6".
I was a practice player for the Charlotte Stinks. I know a lot of those girls.
But that
Don
damn-
Stanley spoke to her every day.
But
Oh,
that damn
God.
Caitlin Clark, you can say what you want. She may look like
Some man.
she
Clark
may
Kent.
look like one of them Owen
Forrest
brothers.
Gump.
But
I swear to God, it looked like Black Man and Professor is the same motherfucker talking to each other. It looked like Professor talking to himself. What the fuck is this shit? This shit is amazing.
We're like the twins from
Your old
Nutty
co-host.
Professor.
Oh, my boy Rob.
Rob was up here.
Oh,
boy,
I
every
had
two-
Rob up here, boy. That's right. It'd be like, dude, is y'all triplets?
That's funny, yo.
You got Gerald
yeah,
LeBert.
man.
Shit.
Hey man, but I appreciate you guys for coming in tonight, man. Whoa, Black Lexicon said, BMU, what culture has the least STDs? Asians.
Who's
they
the
ain't get
most
no
married?
ass.
Who's the most married?
Niggas ain't fucking.
Asian.
Thank you.
There's no fucking in Asia.
There's no ass.
No, but there's a lot of people, ain't it?
They fucking. I was just thinking the same thing.
There's a lot of people.
They fucking.
Them motherfuckers
Trust
purpose.
me.
They fucking with a purpose. That's all that shit is.
But they
Procreation.
20 seconds. I got you.
You touch your body. You touch your body.
Hurry up and buy you.
Hurry up and buy. Here's your free rice. We gonna go to hell, y'all.
Yeah. Vaseline draws.
I want to show you something.
She bangs. She bangs.
Walking in the store talking some, I feel sorry for your mother. My mama.
Bro, listen, I know this is gonna tell our age. Do y'all remember a movie back in the 90s called True Lies?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched it.
I love that movie.
I love it too. Remember when he was in the room with Jamie and the Indian dude did the recording for him? That boy said, lie on the bed.
That was funny.
What's it? Lie on the bed and close your eyes. Do it sensual. Do it decent.
Yes.
Now I want to go watch that movie.
That shit is good, man. That is a great movie. I ain't gonna even lie.
Bro, I remember learning all the lines, bro. I remember when listen. I remember the name of the terrorist organization. It was the Crimson Jihad. I remember when the dude had the camera and the battery went out, and he pulled the camera down. He said, "Love to this."
How long have you been a spy, Harry? Bad. Was she driving a machine gun down the stairs?
Bro.
That was the movie when he told his daughter, get down. Get down.
Is that movie on Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Yeah.
Hulu. Okay, I got Hulu.
Bro, what's the part when he said, I'm trying to remember when he said, what did he say? I'm trying to, no. When he was in the car with Arnold, he said, so who you fucking now? He said, man, some lady married to some business asshole.
Yeah.
He said she got a pair of titties, make you want to stand up and beg for buttermilk, ass like a 10-year-old boy. Boy, that's funny as fuck.
I'm done. Good night. Good night.
God bless you. Good night.
Hell yeah.
I'm lost, translation. I'm lost.
Oh my God.
Get to the chopper now.
Get to the chopper now. Get down.
Remember when he told her, lay your head in my lap so the people won't see us. And he said, I want to heard it on the radio. He said, maybe she's sleepy.
Yeah. I'm done. Good night.
Close us out.
Man, listen. I got one more. For y'all. Just to refer y'all. Eddie Murphy. If you look at Eddie Murphy doing James Brown, and he doing the hot tub, and when he said, "Let me get in the hot tub," he used to say, "Hey, it's too hot in the hot tub."
Bro, one day we got a movie day, bro. One day we just gonna log in. We ain't gonna go live. We just gonna watch a movie, bro. If I watch 2 hours of y'all, I promise you I'm gonna pass.
No, it's gonna be funny. I just watched it, bro. Sunday, I watched it. That shit was funny as hell.
That boy said, he said, "Did you just piss yourself?" She said, yes. And I got a little dick.
It's pathetic.
You know what? I'm finna close the show out. Listen, y'all.
Go ahead, man. Go.
Listen, y'all get married. Don't be out in the street getting dick measles. Good night.
Oh.